Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Feels like it's already about 100 degrees outside today. Felt like it was a summer morning. Get out of my car. Me and Bill rode together at this morning.
How'd that go?
Great.
It's great.
We met at Buffalo Wings and Rings.
We did. Your spot. That's your place.
I was there.
Laura drove
7
me.
o'clock last night.
Laura drove me. Jake, in very timely fashion.
I was only 1 minute late. 5:31 I arrived.
In the Accord, and looked really good. Jake has washed it.
I had a car wash 2 days ago in the Accord.
The Accord looked very good.
Inside was
Now
good.
the back seat's a little bit messy. He didn't look in the back though, but the outside looks okay
It was
right now.
dark.
And we talked a little bit, not a lot. There's moments of silence.
It's
I
okay.
was fine with it.
It's hard to want to talk at
Yeah,
5:30.
at that time of the morning, there's not a lot I really want to delve into. I asked a little bit about Elizabeth, and then
Yep.
Jake's been on this bender for back-to-back weekends.
I was very calm yesterday. Yet now 2 days ago was definitely a little bit of a bender. I was up way too late in my neighborhood with at Marty's place watching sports and having a beer or two.
What's Marty's place? What is that? Who is this?
Well, it's
Who's
this
Marty?
neighbor Marty who
Yeah, we
owns.
don't really hear much about neighbor Marty.
Well, you got neighbor Jim and you got neighbor
Yeah.
Marty 4 houses down that owns MHC Moving. Good guy, client of the show, advertiser of the station. Great guy.
So he's in that neighborhood.
Yes, 4 houses down.
So he's moving stuff.
He does. He always has a big moving truck outside of his house.
Done very
He
well
looked-
for himself.
Yeah, he's the man.
He
Marty's
looks.
good.
It looks from the situation you sent from the photo. He looks well moneyed, well financed.
Oh, he lives by Jake.
Yeah, it lives by Jake.
He
Does
has.
he have a pool?
He calls his back patio the cage because it's all, it's caged in basically.
Good reason to call it the cage. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's screened in. I should say it's screened in. That's what
Okay.
it was. It's
Yeah,
screened
There we
in.
go. I was gonna
Caged
say, I
in.
just feel like,
I was
yeah.
trying to find the
Yeah.
words. It's screened in.
It sounded like
Very
you had to be
nice.
like in a cage match or
I
something.
like this picture of Jake picking you up.
Yeah,
You
it
were
was nice.
were you just sitting there with Laura? Did she drop you off and you're standing?
I was not standing in the parking lot. No, I was waiting.
like a waif.
I guess just standing there for the. Yes.
Trying to find me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it all went down fine.
Yes, I was.
And then you just came down
went down O Street,
Yes.
turned at Antelope Valley, went down to Q, and then it came down
okay.
this way.
Which I'm very happy he did that. Jake used to come down a little further. I always turn at Antelope Valley, so I don't like change, and so that was a big deal for me. And I think Jake did it on purpose.
I did.
just to make me make me feel calm.
Well, we did this. I don't know, several months ago. I picked up Bill.
What am I missing here? There's no reason just to go right down O.
Bill isn't like that way. When I come from my house, I go down South Street, I go down Capitol, then I go to, I believe it's 12th Street, and then turn there. But
Eventually, you
it-
have to get
yeah.
going this direction to park this way, and the other one's a one.
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So you have to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
You have to get creative in how to get to
Yeah,
this
that's
place
true.
because of all the one-way
You
situation.
could go all the way down O, but it's not like you can turn on this.
No,
I got it.
you can't. You got to get creative. So I took that way. It was fine.
I used to drive it every time. I used to drive right by the place. I'd whip right by here on O, and go to 10th, and then
You
whip
changed
around
your route.
and then come around. The
You don't
corner.
like going down that way, do you?
Yeah,
it's a
not
junky
anymore.
road.
Yeah,
on
it
10th.
is. Yeah, it's very
It
green.
is
It's
bad.
like you're in Greenwood. Yes.
10th and we're talking about 10th and O,
Yeah.
and we're talking about basically concrete issue.
Yeah. You're in it. It is. You're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You're in inner city Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
could lose it. You could lose a hubcap. very
Yes, you
easy.
could. Or
Have you notice that there's no such thing as a hubcap anymore? Hubcaps do not exist.
oh my God, that's
Look around today when you're
once
driving.
again.
Hubcaps do
Don't
not.
tell me you're not smart.
Thank you, Steve. Bill talked about hubcaps. There's no such thing. There used to be like hubcap
Not
stores.
Really, not really.
Remember back when it was reported like that? Guy went on, what do you guys do? He stole some hubcaps, sell it for some money.
Not very often.
But once in a
they
while.
would just pop off. They would just they
Yeah, they would. You'd
just
see them in the road.
in the road all the time. Like, someone just lost a hubcap.
No, not a big deal.
No.
Hold on. We're now you've created a problem.
It's very common also.
Now we're going to be watching every damn car.
There's no hubcaps anymore.
Older models.
Yeah, if they're older model, yes. But I'm
Yeah,
saying,
see if there's any out there.
when's the last time you saw a car go by? And how many times did you see this when you were a kid? One of the hubcaps were gone from the car. All of a sudden, it'd be like, we got three.
Like that car, right? There's no hubcap on there.
Yeah.
There's none.
No hubcap.
You're not
No,
peeling
there's
the hubcap off there.
There's no hubcap on any of it. Everybody
Remember, you could peel them off. You just take them off.
Yeah, it was easy.
Yeah.
They just popped off.
Yeah, popped off. They pop back on.
That's how you stole them. That's
Yeah.
why they're. Imagine that one. I stole a couple hundred hubcaps last night. There's hubcap stores.
Yeah.
Breakers weigh in.
No hubcaps.
Doesn't exist.
Someone
anymore.
says a lot of things have hubcaps you wouldn't expect. They don't look like they used to. They still exist, but they don't look like they did.
They're
I'm
markedly
saying,
diminished.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say right now. Let's open a hubcap store and see how it goes. Just try to.
Nobody's coming in to
No.
buy
I
stuff.
haven't seen one yet, and I've seen 10 cars.
And there's no hubcap.
11,
close.
12.
Yeah.
Over
All
12.
day. 48. 192.
We're over.
When's the
God,
last
that's
time
a great point.
When's the last time you saw a hubcap in the road? You would see a hubcap in the road almost daily.
Yeah.
Back in
Is
our
that
day.
why
On
they
O
went to?
Street.
Yeah.
Why they went away? Possibly. 'Cause
Yeah.
Maybe.
they weren't doing their job.
Somebody eventually, like maybe at Ford, all of a sudden goes, "Hey," during the staff meeting, real quick here. How about if we design the wheel different so they don't need a
I
hubcap?
need a hubcap.
But damned. Yeah, and all of a sudden everything changed.
You'll see a car today.
How about
drive
that
by.
car, Steve? How about that one?
None.
The hubcaps over there.
When you'll see a car today that drives by an older model, and it'll freak you out. But we haven't yet.
We're 0 for 20 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the
Drive.
30s.
Yeah.
0 for 30. Damn.
Okay.
Hubcaps.
Okay, so you
we
guys
could spend a day on that too.
I know. We are. You guys are okay, you did that. That's
Jake,
good.
it also wasn't odd to see a car with two hubcaps that were different than the others.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That was very common. Well, yeah, we lost a couple, so I got a couple, whatever. It mostly be pawn shop type of situation, wouldn't it be? Where you get a hubcap. There's hubcap stores though.
Well, we got a great text now. Joe from Nebraska Auto Detail cleans cars every day.
Yeah.
He says, "I clean cars all day long. I'm with Bill. There's no hubcaps anymore. Never see him.
yeah,
He-
that's
All
Joe's
he
in the
does
business.
all day is
I-
clean cars.
we haven't
never
seen one
sees
yet.
hubcaps.
Thank you, Joe.
He would know better than all of us.
Boy, I
That's
tell
his
you what,
job.
Joe has been a loyal listener.
Oh, he has.
Yes.
Joe's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should give him a shout out. It was his birthday, I think, a week or two ago,
And we just forgot about
it
Joe.
was his wife and his back-to-back days, but I forgot to give him a shout out. So late shout out to Joe and Aaron on their birthdays.
Joe, if I'd have known, just text me on that stuff, Joe. Jake will overlook it.
That's my fault, Joe. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Sorry,
I
Joe.
could see if it was my birthday, but not Joe's.
No, we wouldn't overlook your birthday.
But not Joe's is more important. Joe shows up.
I want to give a shout out to Jim Cam too of Columbus. He's a Columbus
Jim
listener.
Cam?
What'd he
Jim-
do?
Thank you. He's just a loyal listener from Columbus.
We have
He-
listeners in Columbus.
Yeah, he works in Omaha. He's driving there right now. I hope he's listening. It's just a random shout out. He's 2 years older than me. He was a star athlete in Columbus. Yes, that's it. Jim Cam. Jim Cam.
Just a shout out. It's fine.
Jim Cam. I think he's an accountant, I believe, for the state. I had his card. I probably have his card in my wallet. I did this on a whim because oh yeah, he works for the Nebraska Department of Revenue.
Revenue. Wow.
Jim, just continue with your commute and know that we are grateful that you listen to us. We are. And I'm grateful that I kind of grew up with Jim. I mean, he was 2 years older than me, so it wasn't like we hung out a lot, but Jim was always good to me. He didn't do that thing where, what was it called? Like hazing or anything like that.
Did he ever buy you beer when you were a minor?
No,
years old?
he
No.
didn't. No, Jim wouldn't have done that.
He's a proper man or
That
what?
cracked Connor up for some reason. I thought that was quite humorous.
It's a very valid question.
very
It's
valid.
fine.
That's the reason you had older friends. That's the whole reason you had
Right.
older friends.
And Cam looked old too. So I bet you Cam looked when he was 17 about like he does now. So he could
So he's
have.
aged well then or what? Or
Yes.
was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Jim Cam from Columbus. then.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Cam. Thank you. For your
Anything
friendship.
from our Skylar listeners. We had our
we had
Tim, build a breaker in
Yeah,
Skylar.
Tim from Dallas was on the side.
Tim
I haven't seen
is
him yet
back
this
home,
morning.
and he was working on building a couple Skylar listeners.
We got to continue this. What's the word I'm looking for? This campaign.
It's campaign.
It's a constant campaign.
Yeah, it's a campaign. Bill, I really credit
You
you.
stop
for
trying to build. What are you doing?
I wonder if
Status quo with Chris Paul.
Will, could you also work that crowd a little bit? Can you see if you get somebody from Belgrade? I wonder, someone from Belgrade and someone from Genoa.
Overseas?
So that gotta crack yourself up.
Hey, Jake, you mentioned the heat. I don't think it's hot today.
Well, it was hot this morning. It's 70 degrees.
It's not. This is the
It
high.
felt tropical when I get out of the car.
And it was humid.
It was humid.
and winds.
I think this is the high.
Oh, right now? Okay.
There's going to be a dramatic turn. I just don't know when it's going to be with the wind, because the wind obviously got to switch to the north.
I'll
It
look
drops
it
down into the 50s.
It's going to be
Yeah,
cold
it felt
tomorrow.
it felt like a Caribbean island this morning when you walked out.
That's what I thought, yeah. I canceled golf tomorrow with Seth. I said, I'm not playing in 30-degree weather. Sorry. I'm not doing it.
30?
He's not happy. He's not
30
happy.
Seth's not
degree
happy.
weather.
Well, it's gonna be like 40 degrees, the feel like of 32 at 10 a.m. when this golf tourney starts in Beatrice. I'm like, I'm not doing. I got other things going on. I'm not doing that. Doesn't sound fun.
I would not consider that.
And I love playing golf. Like it takes a lot for me to cancel golf.
If you knew that there was no wind and it was chilly, very doable. Once the wind cranks up like that, not doable.
Oh boy, yeah. Tomorrow's not nice. 61 tomorrow. Clouds and sun, windy and
Yeah,
cooler.
but look, the morning's chilly.
Yeah, 29 in the morning.
Ooh.
Okay, today I don't know. This might not be. Am I looking at Lincoln? It says 65 at 7 a.m.
That sounds. Oh, it was. Right now, it's about 70.
And then it says 63 at 8 a.m. and 64 at 9 a.m. 61 at
It's
1
going down.
p.m.,
Yeah.
62 at 2 p.m.
What
Shall
about
I-
3 p.m., Steve?
Shall I keep going?
Yes.
3 p.m. 61, 4 p.m. 58, 5 p.m. 50. All right, that's
Getting
enough.
colder.
That's today.
It is.
Because it was confusing today because I didn't know if I should. Right now, Heyman is jotting down notes about how we can improve
Idle chit chat.
What do you do with the jacket today? Because you walked out and it felt great. I didn't wear a jacket, and I'm going to regret that. a little
Yeah,
later.
you don't go with the jacket. You just fight through it.
Fight through.
Because I don't think there's ever going to be a time today when you're outside for 2 hours straight. I mean, you're just going from vehicle to house and stuff. But when you walk
This is
bullet,
this is
it
good
won't.
enough.
When you walk bullet, it won't be that cold. And that'll wrap it up.
Good
Yeah.
point. And I could probably find a jacket somewhere.
You gave a shout out to Jim Cam.
Yeah.
I gave a shout out this morning too.
Please.
Big day in the Sorensen household. Today is Scotland's second birthday. 2 years old today
Jim
for
Cam,
young
upstage
for
Scotland.
young
Yeah.
Scotland this morning.
And here's the best
It's
part.
hard to believe. It's
Scotland is not even with
She's-
either one of her parents.
No,
And so
Scotland
that's
is right now with.
incredible. Really, and you guys really are big into this. aren't you?
It's unfortunate because
I can't imagine. I'm going to say you're in the 1 percentile of the world that neither parent is with the child for their
it's
second
sad.
birthday.
and that's
I-
very
that-
sad.
No one's even Jake smoking cigars and drinking beer
That
over
was
his
2
Here's to
neighbor.
Scotland.
Here's to Scotland. Where's Scotland? No, I don't know.
I
Who's
don't
go-
know.
I
I don't know
did-
where the hell she is.
Elizabeth got her. Nope. No can do.
She's with
Got-
Grandma and Grandpa in Crofton because
Probably
Elizabeth's
having a
got a
big-
work event
probably
today.
having a-
I'm in Lincoln.
Probably having a big party in Crofton. People she doesn't know. And these people come over to this party don't know Scotland either. It's like, okay, well, yeah, we can come over.
Scotland's looking around.
Oh, yeah, just
He's
confused.
just looking
I
around.
don't know anybody here.
Then
Am I
I
supposed
don't
to-
know.
am I supposed to play
is
with
my
here?
mom here? Is my dad here?
Where's Dad at?
I don't know anybody.
And it's like, and everyone there
No one
is
from daycare is
Every-
here. What the hell's happening?
everyone's in
Where's
their
Laney? at?
everyone's in their mid
Where's Zoe?
they're in their mid 60s. Everyone's in their mid 60s.
or older.
Just a bunch of people coming over from the nursing home
Yeah.
for Scotland's birthday in Crofton.
Mom, Dad.
Where's my dad? Mom,
Dada? Mama?
happy birthday. Oh man, that's unbelievable. I'm saying it's 1% that neither parent is available for their second
But
birthday.
it's not by choice.
I
it's
know,
by
but-
situation and circumstance. It didn't work out.
Jake
But,
will Jake will be drinking beer with his buddies all day.
I
be at Haymarket.
Celebrate with Marty.
Down at the beer house.
Go to Marty's house. You can.
You could be with Cody Schmidt.
I
You could be with Cody Schmidt.
Cody's my daughter's birthday. Can I have a beer?
Cody's, you have a kid having a birthday?
You got a birthday
I got
beer?
one today. When? Today.
It's not
Are you
my
gonna-
birthday.
give me a
It's my
kill.
You
daughter's.
guys get like a petting zoo and a pony? No, not at all. She's at a nursing home in Crofton.
We're gonna celebrate her birthday, I believe, tomorrow or Sunday. This weekend. She's gonna have her own festivities at our house.
Scotland's 2.
Yeah.
She's 2 years old today.
Yes.
Hard to believe.
Maybe you can make it for her 3rd.
Yeah. Maybe the third will work out.
Well, it'll be a Saturday next year. It'd be great. Turn the
I
beer
had
around for
that.
that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I had to break into the
You're
hospital to get there.
He did. Bill was I think the first person to even see Scotland.
God,
I had to
Bill
knock
and
on the
Laura.
door. Me and Laura showed up.
I missed that.
Well,
I
that
don't
was,
think
that was 2 years ago
and
today.
I really didn't even know who Elizabeth was. So there was a lot of confusion.
Who's the mom?
The first time I met her was with, and this is my wife,
And we're here.
Elizabeth.
Hey, that's when he brought.
Usually doesn't work that way.
But that's when he brought the 3-legged stool. Though.
That was the present.
That was the gift. That's still at the house. It's in
Yeah.
Scotland's room.
really
It's a very big part of her room. There's
Sure.
a couple stuffed animals that sit on that, so it's in a proper spot.
Good.
I know where it's at.
That's
Happy
the best.
birthday.
Neither parent even remotely close to her.
Happy birthday. to
Elizabeth will
Scotland.
see her tonight around 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I might make the trip to the crowd. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I might make it up there. I haven't
Jake,
decided
you'll be half in the bag by then.
yet. No, I won't.
Uh,
I have a decision to make today. How because she'll be back tomorrow around noon. I could wait until then, or it could be the hero father and drive 3 hours to see her. Which I probably won't do.
yeah, Jake's not doing that.
That's a 3 hour. It's
I
only
don't
3
think that's a
hours.
bad deal because then you get up there and then you have two different vehicles.
Yeah, they got to
and
drive
just-
back in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah, it's
With
like
2 different vehicles.
Yes.
yeah. I don't think I'm not going to push back on you having
Do you
to do
think
that.
I should
Jake.
not go?
No, I don't think
Okay,
you
I'll
need to
stay
do
here.
that one.
It's kind of-
Plus, always remember she'll have absolutely zero knowledge of her second birthday. So
you do get that drive time though. It becomes,
I do, and
Oh,
I do like drive.
I
time.
love drive time.
that's the thing you got to think about
Yeah.
there.
You get a lot of radio.
Yes,
Yeah, that might.
that's
be
why
nice.
there's consideration. I probably
Yeah.
won't, but it's being considered still.
Talk about the Dolphins draft.
I could go to listen to some podcasts.
I listened to
yeah.
a guy. What was your guy? They fired the GM.
Chris Greer, good riddance.
I mean, I was
Greer's
listening,
gone.
I was listening on another show. They were talking about him. They said worst thing he did was obviously drafting. Not he goes, it wasn't so horrible that he drafted Tua, but not bad. But the worst part was then when Greer had to prove that it was a good move when they re-upped him. That is where that was
They were
that was the
hesitant
heir
on that,
upon,
too.
that was the heir upon all heirs. It wasn't so much that they drafted him as the heir. The heir was when they said we're going to make him we're
yeah.
paying him.
The
Yep,
problem
yep.
the problem is he was stuck because Tua was not bad. He just wasn't great. It's like, what do we do? Do we let this guy go to free agency or do we build him? I mean, invest in him. So they invested in him. I mean, we all knew with the concussions and the health, it wasn't probably going to work out great, and it did.
Now he's in Atlanta.
But
But
also,
what-
where he failed at is Chris Greer was a horrendous drafter. They had three first-round picks that year. Tua is off the team. Austin Jackson has played half of his games because of injuries, and Noah Igbenogany is on his fourth team.
Noah Igbenogany.
He was
Never
a
heard
project.
of him.
They drafted a project at 30, and he never panned out.
This whole project thing
I hate it. That's
is,
why
is a joke book. Draft guys that play football. The whole, we're going to, athletics. See what he did at the combine. And well, what's his film say? It's like, oh man, this guy,
totally agree.
Some guys can do all that stuff and they can't play football.
Yeah.
And some guys just can.
Chris Greer has been with the Dolphins since 2001 in some capacity. He has somehow failed upwards because they have not won a playoff game his entire tenure he was there. You know how hard it is to do that in a professional
25
sports league?
years, never won a playoff game.
You get rewarded with
Was
top
in the
draft
office.
picks.
Imagine coming in every day.
You're in
for
Miami
25
where
years.
people want to play at, and you never won a playoff game in the last 25 years. A game. One game. One.
It is remarkable.
It is.
It's one of the saddest things in professional sports.
That's sports, though.
It's
There's no guarantees.
It's one of the
Jake.
easiest places to recruit a player to want to play. No tax in Florida. It's warm.
Is it too
great
comfortable
stadium.
for guys? Is that what
I don't know.
happens?
They just get comfy and stop
too
playing
comfortable?
football.
Might be. I don't know.
Too much time on South Beach type thing.
I have no idea, but someday it'll work out and it'll be worth the wait. But right now, it hasn't been worth anything.
Here's the thing: when you're
Be
in
a fan.
Pittsburgh, you want to play football. When you're in Miami, you want to like go on a like those boats they have.
A yacht?
Yeah,
Those boats,
yeah, yachts.
yachts.
Yeah,
There's a lot of different types
You
of
want to go to
boats.
South Beach? I don't know where
Yeah.
you go in Pittsburgh. You just go to,
No,
to a diner.
yeah,
Go
right,
to a diner.
right. Just play football in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Miami, you don't think let's
No.
play football.
Yeah.
I would like them to think that soon to make my time more valuable.
You know what I'm saying, right? Football. When you go to Miami, I don't know. It doesn't say football,
No, it does not.
right?
Which one says football more, Green Bay or Miami? Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Cleveland sucks too, but
Uh,
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
but the fans show up in Cleveland though.
I know,
There's a
they do.
very
The dog
supportive
pound-
fan base.
Dog
Their,
pound's real.
their team just has been horrible forever.
Yes.
I should mention here that Greg is driving to Buffalo
Oh, so no donuts this morning.
for the series. No, well, he's here. He has a purple Nissan Sentra in his driveway. They're
You
driving.
rented it?
Him and
Purple.
a friend are driving to Buffalo. Game 1 is 7:30 against the Boston Bruins on Sunday night. 7:30 Sunday night. They're staying for game 2, which is Wednesday. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No, it's Tuesday. And then if they win, they go to they'll go to Boston. They might go to Boston. This Greg. He might be gone for a week, is what I'm saying. For the series, the Sabres. The
Let's know what
Sabres
his
are good.
route is.
I don't know what the route is. He's on Buffalo radio this morning.
Greg is. He's
yes.
on.
Wait,
They're
calling,
interviewing
he's
him.
calling in?
They're
Mhm.
interviewing him.
They're interviewing him because he's driving 7 states to the
Yeah.
Sabres.
So Greg must have let them know. Must have called the station.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope they say he's missing tooth Greg, not McVeigh. We have missing tooth Greg
Keep
making the
forgetting
drive
about
from
McVeigh.
Nebraska.
His name is Greg McVeigh.
Hey.
We don't like that though. We like missing tooth.
So yeah,
Greg.
him and a friend are driving her purple. He rented a purple Nissan Sentra. By the way, $188 for a week.
That's it
Yes, that's good
for
price.
a week.
Yes, it's either 6 or 7 days. 6 days 188, 7 188.
Wow,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
that's a great deal.
Yeah, I think it's through Costco,
Sounds right.
right?
Very
You could-
possible.
Costco rents cars.
They do everything. They,
Oh, I love
they
I
sell,
believe
they
that.
sell vacations.
Greg, if
They
you're listening,
rent
is that right?
cars. You can
I
buy
think-
tires there.
Is there some other store like that you could rent it through Costco?
Like Sam's Club,
Oh, maybe it was Sam's Club.
one of those ones.
Yeah, it was either one.
Was it Walmart?
No.
That'd be sweet if you could rent a car at Walmart.
But how about 188 for a week?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. Way to go, Greg. Anything else? Idle chit chat. Oh, I would say I had my first.
I got
mow.
nothing.
Had my first mow last night. Mowed the yard. Pretty good feeling. Thanks to neighbor Jim for servicing the mower. It ran like a charm.
I don't know how you so far by. I've had 3. I've mowed 3 times.
I've not mown.
I haven't turned
I'm
the
on
Trophy
three
sprinklers.
hasn't
times.
mowed.
Sprinklers on. Turn on today. I turn them on today. Sprinklers.
Oh,
Yeah. I probably should mention,
activate.
The sprinklers today. Yes.
mention briefly that it's a bonanza.
Oh,
Went yesterday.
Morel mushroom hunting.
Went yesterday.
Oh,
where'd you go?
Yeah, went over by the Platte River.
You did?
Yes. Got
Where?
I got clues from my nephew, Skylar Schindler, that there's a potential heater. And so myself, my daughter Sydney, and Skylar's 2 young children, which are Ella and Nolan, went along with us. It was kind of like hunting mushrooms in a thorny Vietnam. Would be the best way to describe it. It was
Really?
it was very difficult. It took a lot of shots. Yes, there wasn't a bush or any sort of anything that didn't have a thorn on it.
Oh,
No
There was
kidding.
nothing
Ouch.
that didn't have a thorn. But
Thorns.
we got in the middle of some mushrooms, and between our group like that, we probably found 400.
Whoa.
Did you pack
Yeah.
them all up?
We packed them up. Yeah, I packed them up and packed them out. Yeah, it was a lot. And there were some that were so deep
Where-
under these bushes that I had to get Nolan, who was 4. And like, Nolan, can you
Did he-
see those 2? He goes, I can see them.
Avoid the thorns.
And
Nolan.
he'd get down and he'd go in after them.
Okay, now hold on. Where was this at?
What's that?
On the Platte River somewhere.
Over by the Platte River. By
That it could that
yeah,
could
that's,
mean
yeah, yes.
Across the.
I'm not
state.
going to give you much more detail. Not far from the river, from the bridge, heading over to Omaha. Not very
Okay.
far from that.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I could hear the airboats on the water.
Oh, you don't want to
Yes.
give up your locale.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
you don't
secret.
do that one. But it was a bonanza. You don't hit this. This is one of those things I said, this is like, I've had this only happen twice in my life where there was this type of situation.
Okay, were these thorns or sandburrs?
Thorns. These are on bushes, not
Good
net.
question,
Yes.
yeah.
Now these are actually there was thorns.
There's a big difference.
Big difference, yes. But we got through it.
Sounds
Time
painful.
well spent.
Thorns
And
are not good.
but it was one of those things where I had like 80 other things to be doing. But you don't when the mushroom, when it's on, you don't get to say no big deal, we'll just go next week. That's not how it works. You got to go when
It's a very
when it
specific
goes.
time frame.
Yeah, because it's over. It'll be over in about a week.
Will you be eating these things this weekend?
There'll be some dining. Yes.
Fry them.
Let that fry them.
Fry the hell out of them.
Yeah. Yes. I thought it should be known that that there was some thunder and lightning in this area, and mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Is that true?
Yes.
Heavy.
Yeah, we
I
heard
still, when Bill brought this up like 2 years ago, I had never even heard of what
I
morel
hadn't
mushroom. I'd
Really?
never, now, and I've seen all of social media. See, people are mushroom hunting. He said, I never know what this was till Bill brought it up on the show. I never knew of this concept,
Yeah.
but I guess it's big in
It's a
Nebraska.
big deal.
We have missed out our whole lives until Bill informed us of this
It's a big
concept.
I think my life.
But anybody, let us know, Breakers, if you've been out or not.
Someone says, Jesse says, I picked up over 8 pounds of morel mushrooms this year so far.
Did you
That's
put
a
a
lot.
poundage on it?
I'm trying to think of that. I'm going to say this as I hold my bag. I probably had 4 just in my bag alone, 4 to 5 pounds.
Very nice.
Yes, we
What kind
probably
of
had.
bag?
I had
Ziploc?
a Lululemon bag from Gigi. Yes, that's what I had. You should have, most of
That's not what I was expecting.
no, the real mushroom hunters have a mesh bag. That's what Sydney had. That's what Scott. They all had real bags like that. I was in a panic to get out the door, so I just went
Grabbed
to
a Lululemon
went to a
bag.
Lululemon bag. That's what I went.
Hey,
so,
it worked.
yes,
It worked.
yes,
Well, yeah, it's fine. I mean, as long as it cleans out.
yeah. I don't really have to even keep the bag. It's
Okay.
not, this wasn't some elite bag.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
The
like
residue out of there.
Yeah, just
But
throw
there's
it away.
dirt involved, right?
There's dirt involved. 100%.
And thorns.
Anyway, thank you.
No, thank you. I wish I knew where you were. Platte River, so somewhere between Lincoln and Omaha.
Well, I described it was very close to the bridge you cross over. So basically, you could figure it out within like a quarter of a mile
Yeah.
where I was.
Yeah,
so
people
you're
can
acting
figure
like
that out.
I'm talking about like I was up somewhere by Ainsworth or something. Yeah.
Take the long
You
drive.
drive over the bridge every single day.
I confess to not knowing where the Platte flows.
Hmm.
I mean, I know it flows next to my town.
It's because you are a
yes.
son of the Platte, as your book
Yes.
would tell you, right?
Book
there.
says right there.
Every
Yeah,
day.
there.
That is you, a son of the Platte.
I'll read a poem later.
Please
Thank
do.
you.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at 738 Egg.
Joey,
Do you need seed, chemicals, fertilizer, or someone to run the sprayer for you?
Joe.
738 Egg runs the whole show. Custom application included a little more today at 738AgLLC.com.
Tell you one thing, Joey could haul mushrooms too. I bet he could. If you have a big batch of mushrooms, I bet he could haul those for you too. He wouldn't use the big semi, but he'd have some smaller trucks.
I wonder if he has time to hunt.
Probably not. I don't know, but I don't know. He spends a lot of time with the family.
He's
It's a
efficient.
great family event to get out for. A little mushroom hunting is nice.
He's efficient. What time was it yesterday?
We probably started about 6, maybe.
Okay.
It's after work.
Nighttime.
Yeah, always late. He has a long night.
Evening.
It's a long night. I
Okay.
didn't shut her down to about 11:30
Whoa.
last night.
Whoa.
Yeah, long night. A lot of things had to get done when I got back. I just put things off. I'm like, I'm going.
11:30.
That
I was
That's a
not.
lot.
I was not
Yeah.
awake at 11. I was definitely asleep.
I was gone.
What
I
else?
missed a lot of calls last
What
night.
else we do on Fridays after Idle Chit Chat?
The bag. Nope. The call.
Try. There we go. Roll call. Not the
That
bag.
confused me.
The
for a
bag
second.
is on
I did.
Wednesdays.
I
Roll
got confused.
call.
I was singing. Yeah. The call.
The
Text
call.
us right now your name, your age, where you're listening from, and what fourth item today from the Breakers.
Your favorite comedian.
Ooh.
Oh,
Your favorite comedian.
okay.
I'm going old school. I'm going back into the
You're not-
80s.
You're not going Bargatze, huh?
I love Bargatze.
Wow.
But that's almost like low hanging fruit.
True.
I'm going back to someone that was the master one liner, and his stuff is hilarious. Steven, we'll probably remember that. Stephen Wright.
Yes.
Stephen Wright.
I just went to Stephen Wright.
It was very blank, dry, and hilarious. Stephen Wright. I remember
think he's a
having
Bostonian.
might be, but he's Jake. If any breakers
know
get a
that,
chance
Dave.
to go to YouTube and listen to some Stephen Wright one liners, incredible.
Yeah, you know it's funny. Greg brought him up the other day.
Stephen Wright.
He told a Greg Wright, Stephen Wright
Okay.
joke. Not a Greg Wright, a Stephen
Yeah.
Wright joke. Wow, Jake, who's yours?
I kind of like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh a lot. Chappelle's show was so funny back then. I know he does stand-up comedy too, but his Chappelle show was. I'd be in tears watching that show sometimes. It was so funny.
Stephen Wright's now
So
70
Dave
years
Chappelle.
old.
70, yep.
And he is from Cambridge, Mass. Marty Sipple, huge fan of Dave Chappelle.
Okay, so we're in the same.
Would send Dave Chappelle
Oh,
a lot.
A lot of clips.
Yes, a lot of clips.
He's hilarious.
Who's my favorite? I mean, it's probably. This is a tough one for me.
Connor, do you have a favorite?
Yeah, Connor, please.
Write it down, Connor.
Connor was yawning before. Really bothers me when you do that, Connor. And I'm not taking
he was up
it
till
task.
midnight the night before doing shenanigans out there. Went to a movie, then was out late after that.
Well,
still.
Bill was up late too.
Yes.
11:30. I don't even know how you're here.
Okay, let's just move on from Steve. Yeah, let's just move
Okay,
on.
you give us the.
I say Bill Burr.
Never
you
heard
like
of him.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
All he does is yell.
I've never even heard of him.
You can't
Bill-
believe
Bill Burr.
you've heard of
You know
him.
Bill Burr. Oh,
Shane Gillis.
He
is
just
who he's
yells.
saying. That's who
Shane
Connor-
Gillis is the trendy new.
Oh, Shane
stand-up
Gillis. Yes. He's funny.
Okay, let's get some answers here. Tony in Fort Bragg says, didn't give me a comedian, just good morning. Justin in Hickman says, as of today, Chris Farley. He's 38 years old today.
Okay.
Hey, Chris Farley. Great
Farley's
answer.
alive.
Yep.
Did
No.
Farley do stand-up, though? Was
Yeah, he
just-
did some stand-up.
Did he
but
do stand-up?
He did some stand-up.
Wait
yeah.
a second. Is Chris Farley alive?
No, Chris Farley's been dead
No.
since the 90s. Come
You're
on.
Googling that?
Chris
I
Farley
believe-
died in
I went to.
1996 or something like
Yeah,
that.
one of the more-
Yeah, it says Chris Farley
98.
death.
Something like that.
Yes.
John Candy, also dead from
Yes.
Mike and Ozark. Yeah, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Farley's been dead since 97.
I just said that. I just said that.
Yeah.
I just said 97.
Yeah, 97.
Thank you for confirming what I said. Husker Mike, Robin Williams, also R.I.P.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Oh,
Will and Fullerton, Jerry Seinfeld. Good
Funny
answer.
guy.
George
Very funny.
Carlin, he's I believe
George
R.I.P.
Carlin, yeah.
Collins is just a.
Acquired taste.
He's R.I.P. though too, right?
Oh, hold on, I got it.
I'm fairly certain he's R.I.P.
Oh God, I'm not sure.
I think you're.
Check on that one. Tim Hawkins, Mike in Kansas. He's a Christian comedian, very funny. Northside Dave, Don Rickles.
Don Rickles. That's nice. Didn't hear much about Don Rickles. That's
It's a good one.
how old's Northside Dave?
He's 59 years old.
Really, he went with Rickles.
He was Don Rickles. Sean and Eagle says Sam Kinnison. I don't know
Oh,
Sam.
he yelled the
Kinison.
whole time.
Uh,
He yelled a lot. He had some fun.
inappropriate.
He was inappropriate a little bit. He was funny.
Who's not? I mean,
Yeah.
Bargassi's not inappropriate. Carlin dead. 2008.
Okay, so R.I.P. John and Roscoe, Larry the Cable Guy. Good local answer.
Funny.
there.
That's a good answer.
Yes.
Trout Bum in Butte, Montana, age 33. Ron White, favorite comedian.
Ron White. I think that's something my nephews are into.
Good one.
Yes.
Jeff in somebody in Havelock says Jeff Arcuri. I don't know who Jeff Arcuri
Don't know who that is.
is.
Yeah, it goes deep sometimes.
Doug in Idaho, Eddie Murphy, always good answer. Hayden says Kevin Hart.
And
LB and McCook, Seinfeld. DW and Seward, Dave Chappelle. Kent and Lincoln, Steve Martin. Jane in Colorado says Shane Gillis and Dave Chappelle. Kevin in Colorado, Jim Gaffigan.
Jim, funny. You know what's odd about this? We've had like 20 different comedians named. That's a lot.
Todd in Lincoln, George Carlin, again, R.I.P.
Okay.
Mitch Hedberg from McGee. He was funny.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Mitch Hedberg. He had a very interesting delivery.
Okay.
Kyle in Newport, Rhode Island. Andrew Schultz. I don't know who Andrew Schultz is.
Don't know either.
Made up name.
I think it is. Now we're just making up names.
Mankato Cougar with Sip on Bill Burr, his favorite comedian there. John and Fremont, George Carlin again. Shane Gillis from Jordan and Wilbur. Lou, age 81 in Orlando. He's going back in time. Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh,
Wrong.
yes.
That might be the best yet.
Thank you.
Lou.
Age 81 Lou.
Talking about gold.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
His
That's
delivery.
a good one.
Arkansas Paul, a guy that's pretty new to comedy. Matt Rife would be his answer. He's been around for a
Don't
couple
recognize
years.
that one.
Norm McDonald from Taj. Great answer.
Oh,
Norm's
oh.
the man. We love Norm.
Norm McDonald is all-time.
R.I.P.?
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
A couple years ago for Norm. Passed
He
away.
says he might be some of the funniest stuff ever.
Could be very inappropriate.
Very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yes. He really got into the OJ stuff. That was
Yeah,
really
he did.
he got really into the OJ.
We got Horns Down in Lincoln. Roy Mercer.
Don't got that one.
No. Couple in a row of George Carlin. It's Mitt in St. Louis and Fritz both say George Carlin. He's got the most votes by
He
far.
kind of does. I
this
didn't
point.
see that coming. You know what's interesting?
He's
the number one comedian in the world right now is Nate Bargatze. No one even close as far as his
And no
game.
one said
He's
him
good.
yet.
And he's not
good.
And he's really good. And have not been named yet.
He's not been said yet. Joel in Wisconsin says Stephen Wright.
Oh man, he has funny stuff.
Logan in Claytonia, Brian Regan. Brett in Minnesota, Brian Regan.
I don't even recognize.
I
that
have
name.
heard that name. I don't know much about him.
Mm-mm.
He's been in Lincoln, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago at the Rococo.
I just listened to some clips of Stephen Wright, and he said that the guy drove himself crazy. A photographer drove himself crazy trying to take a close-up picture of the horizon. They just keep getting, as you stop and think more longer.
Yeah.
They kind of catch you, kind of go, you laugh kind of like, oh, that's good.
In a way, his delivery.
His delivery is unbelievable.
Brian Davenport, age 60. Don Rickles. Don Rickles.
Rickles.
Good job.
Tom in Rhode Island. Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart was funny.
I didn't know he did stand up.
I think he did some of that. I didn't really know him as stand up either, but he was funny.
Bill and Bennett. Richard Pryor.
Pryor
Okay.
was not named hardly. His first
Pryor,
one.
first
big
one.
time.
Another
Boy,
one-
he was a big time.
Big time.
Another one from Brian Regan. That's Bob at Lincoln. Robin Williams from Gravel Grinder in Beatrice. Again, R.I.P. to Robin Williams.
I think he said R.I.P. to Gravel Grinder.
No, he's still alive.
Okay.
Adam
you.
Sandler from Scott in Lincoln. Our
Okay.
first
Does stand
Sandman
up?
one.
Yeah.
Does he do stand up?
Does.
He does stand. Yeah, he was in Omaha like last year doing stand up. Shane Gillis from Henry in Lincoln. Les in Lincoln, age 73. He's also going back in time too.
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield. So we have
Oh.
Lou, age 81, and Les, 73. Both
Dangerfield's
going
good.
Rodney Dangerfield. George Carlin from Cassie.
A lot of George Carlin.
Jason Ravenna said, not sure it counts, but John Candy. I don't know if he did stand up. He was hilarious though.
Not sure if he, I don't remember him
R.I.P.
doing. I don't remember
R.I.P. to
remember
him,
doing
too.
stand-up.
He died around the same time as Chris Farley did, late 90s.
God dang, a lot of
Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy from Rod and Lincoln. He's funny.
no.
I've seen Fluffy
knowledge.
before.
Yeah.
Chad in Texas also says Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias
Okay.
on the text line. Cody from Broken Bow, Gabriel Iglesias. We had a run of Gabriel Iglesias all of a sudden here on the on the roll call. Sam Kennison, Joe and Boulder, Mike and Dolphin says Rodney Dangerfield or early Steve Martin.
Early.
Shamia is drinking coffee and reading right now at the kitchen table. Bernie Mac. That's our first Bernie Mac mention.
John Candy did stand up early on.
Did not know. Thank you, Connor. Did not know that. See, Lyle in Omaha, Dangerfield. We finally have a Nate Bargatze from Jane and Wahoo.
Okay.
So Jeff Foxworthy from Tony and Fort Bragg.
Foxworthy was good.
Gavin and Pender, age 54, 1980s. Eddie Murphy, he says, for his stand-up.
Foxworthy
Yeah.
tour with our friend Larry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't Foxworthy. You might be a redneck.
That's exactly what it
and
was.
there was
So
some
he-
funny stuff.
They
got-
went out
Yeah.
together, right?
Yeah.
Foxworthy
Yeah, they
and
did. 100%.
Larry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chad in Nemaha says Tom Segura. Yep, he's still around. Eddie Murphy from Bill Buckner fan. Curtis says Jim Gaffigan from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, by the way.
Sheboygan.
First time texter, Curtis, on the text line.
Nice. Not from Skyler.
No, he's from Sheboygan. Eating bratwurst
Wait a
this
second.
morning.
There's a first time texter?
I have never seen a text
Ah.
before from
Hey,
Curtis.
Sheboygan also, just remind everyone that it's a brandy old fashioned. Do you agree with that or not?
Chime back in.
Where's
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan from Madison?
Ooh.
I'm going to say
Have
it's
you been there
north.
to Sheboygan?
I have been to Sheboygan.
You know it's north.
Yes. That's not very hard because Madison's very south. So it's not a very hard thing to know.
Jenna,
You didn't really get around in Wisconsin. Like
Not
you didn't
as-
drive around.
Not as much as I'd like to have.
Jenna says Jeff Dunham. I think he's the ventriloquist with the puppets.
Okay.
I think so.
Ventriloquists are amazing. Some of them it's
Yeah.
really bad. They like it's not even close
Yeah.
to working, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Is that the
you can
signal
see
for
their
that's the signal for ventriloquist?
you can see the lips moving, but some of them are really good. They used to have them on a lot on
A ventriloquist was on quite often.
like Carson,
Yes.
and some of them were really good.
Just imagine we made that decision. What are you going to do? Be a ventriloquist. Really? I'm going to get a wooden doll and I'm going to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our friend Brian from Dallas says you guys should play a game of Dead or Alive with Sip for these comedians. Dead or Alive?
It's a pretty good idea. Like
Not
Richard
bad.
Pryor,
I don't know.
he's dead.
He's dead. I don't.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Okay. No, nope. We have a million. I can't get to them all. EJ and Wilbur with this.
Are
We've got
we
Sean
got
and
listeners?
Tim, Chris Rock. Somebody says Sean and DeWitt.
How come no more Chris Rock?
Yeah, a little.
I haven't seen him for a while. Have you?
Uh-uh.
I can't forget YouTube here before we move on. We've got, hang on, lost it. There we go. Okay.
God,
Jay and Lincoln, Owen Benjamin. Never heard of Owen Benjamin before.
That's new.
Husker Homer says Kevin Hart.
Hart has not got a lot of votes.
No.
Tom in Jacksonville says Sebastian Maniscalco. Never heard of him before.
No.
Richard Pryor passed 21 years ago.
Nashville Husker, another one for Sam Kennison on the YouTube.
Sam's got a few.
Remember,
He's
Bill,
in
he
the-
was big when we were high school.
High school, yeah.
And he's
Had the crazy hair.
pushed
That-
it.
Yeah,
He
pushed
pushed it. But you know what? That's what they do. They push it. Gillis pushes.
We got Clay in Spearfish, South Dakota.
No
where I
way.
got married at in Spearfish. He says Deion Sanders because his
What?
programs. I got married in Spearfish
I did not know this.
6 years ago. Sip had an invite.
Didn't
didn't
show.
go.
You didn't
It's
show
a 9-hour
hold
drive
on.
to be
You
fair.
didn't go to Jake's wedding.
It was COVID.
You didn't go to Jake's wedding.
COVID wasn't a factor.
It was
Yeah.
it was a 9-hour drive, which is the problem. That was it's a
It
long
wasn't
ways
the problem.
away.
He wouldn't have won if it was at the Hampton. He's not.
I might have. I
I was
the
informed
50-50.
the week of he was not going to come. It's fine. We've moved past that. He says though,
I never
Deion
knew it was an
Sanders-
issue. To be honest, was it an issue?
Being at someone's second birthday would be an issue.
Not there for that.
Neither parent will even be close to it.
Not until nighttime. We have way more, but we're out of time. That is
Good,
the
we
roll
have a
call.
lot of people.
We had
Sponsored by our
listeners.
friends at Madsen's Bowling
Sarah-
and Baylor's. Go see Sarah, the
Spirit
spirit animal
animal.
of Lincoln, just south of 48th and Holdridge. EJ's Bar and Lounge, incredible food, tons of drinks.
Could we get Sarah in studio?
She needs to come back. She has gifts for you guys.
Let's get her in studio so we can get
Yeah,
gifts.
we've got some swag
Yeah.
from Sarah.
She's welcome anytime.
You are Sarah.
It
if you're
doesn't
out
have
there,
to be a Friday.
You're welcome. Any day of the week.
That'd be
Stop by.
nice. That would be nice.
Go see Sarah. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Great spot for this weekend. Anytime, any day. 48th and Holdridge. All right. Before we get to break, we got a couple things to get to. Connor Season is officially back. Not a surprise, but he announced another.
What? Was he thinking about leaving?
I don't know, but there's another post of a Season's back. So we got Leo Curtis is back, and we got all these Prices back, and Frager's back. A Season is back per the official post yesterday, and it appears that Nebraska is trending toward getting a gentleman from Montana, Caden Betts, who averaged 3 points a game last year and played 9 games via Minnesota prior to that.
So we went
So he was at Minnesota, then in Montana.
Minnesota to Montana.
Played 9 games last year, averaged 3.1 points per game. A 6'8" forward.
Now
How was he at Minnesota?
Did-
Was
did
he
do
he
much.
didn't do much. He didn't do much in 2 years. He injured his ankle last year, is why he only played 9 games. Caden Betts. This looks like a depth piece, right? Right?
Well, I think
Would appear so.
this appears to be very much Moneyball.
Okay.
It's like, hey, we're
Kinda
going
what
to
it feels
get
like.
a player that has some ability, and it's not. This is not going to affect our bank for anybody else that we're trying to get.
Okay. So
That's not a high demand of cash.
I think Betts today. No, he did not do much at Minnesota.
No.
And again, ankle injury, season ender at Montana.
What other trips has he been on?
I've not seen
No.
that. It's a great question.
They'll tell you a little bit about what he had going. If it's
Yep.
like,
It's
where
a
else
good
he went.
question.
In his 2 years at Minnesota, he played in 30 games, never started, and averaged 1.3 points a game and 1.4 points per game in his 2 years before going to Montana and averaging 3.1.
Wonder
Points
what
per
his
game.
points were in conference.
Well, not much. He only had like 28 total
Yeah.
points, I want to say, in his 2 years at Minnesota, I want to say.
And who's this Richardson? Jake?
Well, he's a high school player. Chase
Oh.
Richardson, yeah, he's a 2027
Okay.
player, so he would not be on this year's team.
Okay.
Great prepreparation by me.
Bowden Kapke still in the conversation. Could be announced today for Bowden Kapke, the Boston College center forward.
Boy,
That-
that
yeah.
agent must be shopping him like crazy with the old. Hey, Nebraska Sweet 16. They've got an offer to him. He must be shopping that like crazy
Kapke.
to try to up his money.
God,
Someplace
isn't that
else.
unfortunate then?
Yeah.
If that's true.
You know that's what's going on.
Isn't that unfortunate?
It is unfortunate.
I mean, okay. Now you could come back with why is it unfortunate? Well, why is that unfortunate for Kapke? His Bowden, his agent's doing his job. He's trying to make him money. It's unfortunate for the teams involved.
I wonder also with someone like that, like their Boston College, is he from the East Coast? Is he from that area? Because all of a sudden you might be going like, I wouldn't mind playing someplace a little bit more regional.
Hold
So
on.
family, friends, getting to Nebraska is not easy for me if they're based out of Boston. So, but I don't know that. Who knows where he came
Boston college forward Bowden
Bowden
Kapke is from Victoria, Minnesota.
Okay.
He's from Victoria, Minnesota.
All right. So that should bode well for Nebraska.
I did see that when it
Get it?
It should bode in well.
Minnesota fans want him back with the Gophers. I've been reading like when they posted Nebraska's interest, people are saying we want him back in Minnesota. He never went to school there. He went to high school there. No, Kapke.
Oh, Kapke.
Gotcha.
Very confusing.
The Gophers fans.
The
want
Minnesota
Kapke.
now has become our hub of the show right now from the state.
They want
and
Kapke back, and I can see why.
Yes.
He would fit there perfect.
Yes.
The way he plays.
Was Minnesota pining to have the pass player back?
Bets.
No, I saw. I said, well, we don't want that guy back.
No, I think Fred recruited him out of high school, and so there's a familiarity.
He played in 30 games there in 2 years.
What was his size? Throw some
6'8".
size.
6'8".
So maybe he's that rebounder defender I'm talking about.
Right, exactly. Could be like the worm,
Which does not this acquisition does not bode well with you.
No, you like scorers.
Don't tell me that he can't shoot. Don't tell me he can't
we
score.
Don't know he can't shoot.
You don't want Ben Wallace or Rodman. You want a guy that can score.
The worm.
Yeah, but right now
he might be the worm.
He might be the worm.
Rodman was the worm.
I'm aware.
we already confirmed that.
Yes.
All right. Bowden Kapke looks like he could be a starter, but I don't know if that's. I mean, what happened? What's happening is the question. I just would like to know what's happening.
Is there anyone else that can announce their staying, or have we run the gamut?
That's a good question.
Almost run the gamut.
Anybody on the bench that could do that? Maybe like Will Cooper.
Cooper could.
We've not heard from Will Cooper. We never even saw Will Cooper this year from Air Force last year.
Will Cooper could make the announcement.
We need to hear something.
Will
from
Cooper
him.
can certainly say
we need to hear
back.
from him.
His father, Todd Cooper, was a ace reporter at the World Herald.
Was he?
Wow.
Yes, Todd Cooper. Oogie could announce he's coming back.
Yeah, Oogie could. You're right. We've not heard from Oogie yet. Good call, Connor.
All right. So there's happenings. There's going to be news today.
Probably so. Maybe Caden Betts and potentially Bowden Kapke.
Please send a fire emoji, Steve. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. When it comes out, please send fire and then make sure Sean sends the eyes.
Would you say people are uneasy right now?
Yes, very uneasy. It's extremely uneasy because you want to build on this incredible year, and right now it's been very slow. Do not forget, you've got young players in Colin Rice and Jacob Lanier that are very, very good coming in that could play next year for Nebraska. I like them. I like them both.
You got to get another score is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now there's a lot of pressure on Prager
and Price
and Sanford. And you'd probably maybe even say at this point a season a little bit.
Yep.
Those guys you got to get one more guy. What we said, I think you guys
Fred.
agreed, you want to get one guy out of the portal who's one of your top three guys. I don't think the guys you're looking at right now, you could say they're going to be one of the top three guys on the team.
No.
Got to get one of those
I would
guys.
not say that.
I'm with you.
Get one. It's 6:49.
We got to get to break.
They're going to end our show.
Before we get to break, if you were hungry for breakfast, brunch, or lunch in downtown Lincoln, where should the Breakers go this morning, Bill? The Bird. It's open right now. Early Bird at 19th and K with free and spacious parking. They got breakfast tacos, breakfast nachos, chicken fried steak, which is smothered, waffles, French toast, pancakes, and the world famous hash holes.
Hash holes.
Stop by today. Early Bird open until 2 p.m. every day of the week at 19th and K. When we come back, a story you won't believe from a baseball game yesterday. God. I'll tell you what happened next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at 23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $197 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008753, $199 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,250 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 4/30/26.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter, or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
Here at the Nebraska Lottery, we love introducing new games, and our latest is truly 1 in a million. It's a new lotto game called Millionaire for Life, and it's the kind of game you dream about. The top prize is $1 million a year for life, with a second prize of $100,000 a year for life. Tickets are $5 with drawings every day. So visit your favorite Nebraska Lottery retailer and play Millionaire for Life today and start dreaming big again. Millionaire for Life. Top prize odds 1 in 22 million.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That sound you hear is not just mowers getting going around Lincoln, but also grills getting fired up. It's grilling season, Bill. $10 Polish sausage party packs available
meats
at Super Saver, the smokehouse, home with a $10 Polish party pack. It's over 2 pounds of sausage links you can get there at Super Saver. Also, don't forget they are world champions in a variety of different recipes. They make their own brats there. They have beef sticks, beef jerky, smoked salmon, smoked turkey, smoked hams. Your weekend grilling begins at Super Saver, the smokehouse. Super Saver in Russ's Market.
That sounds great.
They'll be busy this weekend, I'll tell you that.
A lot of people filing through there.
Well, imagine what's coming up now. I think what's coming at them, graduations. I mean, graduation parties coming up here. That is where they get really busy.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they'll kill it during that time.
When does the graduate stuff happen?
Well,
early May.
Small towns, you're in May. Smaller towns, rural Nebraska, you're usually about that May 5th on. It's going.
Was that different than are rural towns different in that regard than
they're usually
metro areas?
Yes, definitely get out earlier.
Really?
Yes,
a little bit. Yeah,
yes,
they do.
We
For sure.
Well, I had no idea.
And then by state, it's like in New Jersey, you get out like the 23rd of June. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is crazy how much different they are.
California is like that too. It's insane.
I was from a metro.
The metro, metroplex of Columbus,
the suburbs of Columbus. Yeah.
Shout out to Jim Cam. All right, what else we got?
Well, yesterday it was a very, I thought, odd story in the MLB. I was following because the Royals are terrible and decided to lose the game.
Was this with the Royals?
Yeah, the Royals have not scored many runs this year. They actually were down 6-1, came back, took a 9-7 lead, and blew the game in the ninth inning, lost 10-9.
They got some offense.
They did. That's not the story of the game, though. The umpire, home plate umpire, Andy Fletcher, had a rough game. Not because of calls, but because of his own body having issues. Now, this is a game that already started with an 1 and 5 minute rain delay, which then had a delay in the second inning because Andy Fletcher had some gastroenterology, whatever you call it, issues. He had some issues. Bubbly stomach.
I don't know if it's gastroenterology.
What do you call it? Is that a word?
That's the word.
I don't know if that's a word either.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But gastro got me online. It got me. I think
he had some stomach issues. He had to go to the bathroom during the middle of an inning. Then it happened again in the 7th inning. It's the Royals are trying to make a furious rally. They get a couple guys on base, and Andy Fletcher has to pause the game. He literally sprints to the Tigers' dugout before an at-bat happens and disappears for 15 minutes. I said, where the hell did the ump go?
I've never seen that.
Where did the ump go? And so they had to say, all right, he can't ump anymore. This is now twice. He got thrown out of the game, his own game, because he
threw himself out of the game.
He had stomach issues. They had to go to a 3-man crew after another 45-minute delay for rain. He didn't come back to the game. Andy Fletcher, the umpire, had major issues in the bathroom and could not continue to umpire the baseball game. I've never seen this happen
Imagine
before.
The 2 rain delays, 2 gastro problems. Imagine when you're in the clubhouse after the game, you're like the manager's looking to your hitting coach. What was that? What just happened to us? This sounds very double A.
It does. It doesn't sound at major league at all. You're right.
Very double A.
We've all been to major league games. I've probably been to 20. I've never had anything like even close to that.
Think about any sport when you've been to any game, college football game. I mean, I know it happens,
I gotta tell you, even playing Legion ball, it never happened. Oh, we're gonna have to delay this. The ump's got some stomach issues.
He's got the bubble guts over here.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I've never heard it. You played Legion ball.
Yeah, never saw that.
Never saw it. Yeah. Never once.
Rough day for it.
I mean, we're talking hundreds of games now. Wow.
Andy Fletcher, yeah, he did not have any incidents on the actual field.
So wait a second, you didn't have a backup ump?
No, they did not.
And you'd think there'd always be someone there that could step in.
Right. Interesting.
And it took a long time to get the ump switched out. The other ump was on third base. He had to move to home plate. I don't know.
What if all of a sudden you've never been behind the plate and all of a sudden, hey, come on in here. Imagine that one.
He's getting all animated.
To go all animated. I'd go, yeah.
So
I just imagine being the umpire
feeling better today.
talking to the catcher. I've never done this before. Just bear with me here.
Oh God!
The catcher keeps doing this one to review just review it.
Everyone. Every time really pissed him off. So I hope Andy's feeling better today. But that was the story yesterday was Andy Fletcher having some issues.
I missed
behind the plate.
I missed. Yes, interesting.
Hope he's feeling better today.
Yeah, interesting.
Tigers
never see that's something you don't.
I've
see.
never seen that before with the umpire, ref, anywhere they had to leave the game.
Never seen it.
Pause the game
all our
twice
years
for bathroom issues.
All our years.
Well, on that note, all your years aging gracefully is next.
Oh, I love
well,
it.
song of the day and early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at 23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me to talk about the Honda Spring event. Andy, I know this is a big event for you. Please tell us all about it.
I want to start out by thanking the Lincoln car buyers for an incredible year in 2025. It's just been announced that Honda of Lincoln is Nebraska's only Honda dealer to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2025.
Wow, that's great, Andy. How many times now have you earned that President's Award?
It's a total of 20 times now, Charlie. The Honda Spring event is truly a big event for us. We have incredible savings on every remaining 2025 and every new 2026. Special low rates, long-term financing, and special lease rates.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never call
Saturday,
me
April
home.
25th, Memorial Stadium.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Kings of Leon and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com.
I think I heard you coming.
Don't miss Zach Bryan live. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1978, Wheel in the Sky by Journey. 464-56851 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
It's quite a dilemma that hit
Dilemma.
with that. Well, there's two songs that I go back and forth with that I despise more. That song or Kansas Dust in the Wind. Those are the two songs that I just I go. I have
gonna
just.
be fun.
It's like it's
gonna be fun.
It's a daily. It's a
You're
daily
allowed.
fight with which one I despise worse.
No, it's not.
Wheel in the Sky or Dust in the Wind, and it
Very
goes
different songs.
And I know, but it just every day I wake up and I go back and forth. I just go back and forth, and it's
I didn't
just
see this coming.
It's a tussle in my mind.
I didn't see this one
I did
happen.
not see it coming,
I could
yeah.
see Dust in the Wind. I didn't see this one happen.
Yeah, no chance. And this is Journey 78.
Yeah.
Better Times.
It is.
Incredible band. No, it's a 1.4.
God Almighty!
There's no way Sip's going that.
God Almighty!
Yeah, 1 point.
What a grand production that song is.
No, just despise. Like I said, it's every day. That's my life.
What?
It's a fight.
He wants to fight.
No, I don't want to fight.
Throwing hands?
It's subject. No, we're not. I'm not
Right.
catching or throwing.
This song is very much like what Kent texted into me about Stephen Wright. He said that he put a humidifier and a dehumidifier in the same room, just let it fight it out every day. And that's kind of the way I feel with this song. It's like every day play Wheel in the Sky and then play Dust in the Wind. And it's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
I don't know. Then you hear one, and you go, no, that's the worst. Then it's like, no, that's the worst.
I'm surprised by this.
There's
Jake.
no way
One
Sip's
four.
going that low.
1.4.
I was going
One-
super
yeah,
high.
1.4.
It's a grand production.
This could be the newest, biggest separation of ratings.
This will be the
something
biggest
like that.
separation because I right away my mind was I'm not going any lower than 9. I mean, it's just a question of how. Bill, it is a beautiful
Steve.
song. It's a beautiful song.
No, I despise it. So I'm fine with that, though. That's part of That's part of questionable song of the day.
That's right.
So
you haven't given a score yet, though. It's going to be above a 9, it sounds like.
I just think that the song's gorgeous, and I've always liked it since I was a kid, riding around. Yeah, loved it. 9.107.
A 1.4 and a 9.1.
Connor's a 7.6.
Connor's 7.01. Love Journey, but they have much better.
Yeah.
Definitely not a grand production, though.
You like Any Way You Want It?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm not down on Journey. Are you kidding me?
How about, I'm not even going to say Don't Stop Believing because that's a little much. Lovin', Touchin', Squeezing.
Yes. Incredible.
Don't
Stop Believing. Really, I know it might be like their hit song.
Mm-hmm.
I still love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with that song.
I'm kind of too. Faithfully.
Actually, the last 12 years.
Yeah. I'm Forever Yours Faithfully.
Great song.
Don't Stop Believing. You can't do the Bob Seger thing.
No.
With them. I thought you could, but you can't. You can't get to 24, I don't think.
They have rescheduled their concert to July 6th. That one on April 8th got postponed. July 6th, the new date at PBA for the Journey concert.
That's not Steve Perry.
No, that's not Steve Perry.
That was Steve Perry. I am shocked by Bill's answer on that one.
Like Steve Perry, like Journey, just that one just doesn't work for me.
Some scores before we get to Aging Gracefully. Fritz 7.7, Jake and Hickman 6.8. What East Lincoln West says 6. Scott and Bancroft says let's go 10+. Cody and Broken Bow 9.9.
10+.
Kansas Randy
sounds like Bancroft
8.9. Banger. Shamia B 8.2. Ryan in California 9.1. Mike and Dalton 8.875. Hook 3. Okay. Low score from Bird.
That's low.
Bill.
That's low.
Mike in Kansas 7.1. Jay in Colorado 7.5. Gavin and Pender 7.4. Big Bird in Columbus doing fitness at the Y 8. Tortuga in Lincoln 6.8 on that one. American Nightmare 10. Caleb in Lee 4.5. Not for me on that one. Rick and Susie at Huskerland Bulldogs and Center 8.2 from them.
Very high.
Scott in Delaware 7.8. Jennifer 9.4. Hubby 8.
God,
high scores from the household there.
You like that era?
Your shirt's
What are you doing?
Just saw your shirt. Your stomach's out.
What are we doing?
Wiping my eyes.
You two before we move
Forehead
on.
grease.
Rashawn in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania 9. Doug in Idaho 9.22.
Rashawn likes Wheel in the Sky.
He says Journey has a great sound. That's Rashawn. Now, Rashawn, there was no longer Steve Perry, though, for that group.
It's such a big sound, Bill.
Nikki, 3. Brian in Dallas, our bouncer, 8.2 from Houston.
I'm sorry?
Nice.
Brian in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Who gave us
He ran the show. He monitored our equipment.
He did. We got coffee.
And microphones, and we all left to get coffee. He goes, I'll stay here and watch the stuff.
CL Porter, 6.1.
One time you addressed him, Brian.
He said, Zip, Bill.
You suggested he might have to take a mic and be on.
It'd be nice.
Back.
Charlie 9.2.
Chocolate milk for
Song
us.
of the day was Wheel in the Sky by Journey from 1978. It is time for Aging Gracefully, sponsored by our friends at Tread, Central Tire Pros, the Palace of Tires,
Cortland,
just south of Cortland and Highway 77. Go see Ron and the team for all your tire needs.
Oh man, I'm gonna
easy to access.
I haven't talked to him for probably a couple of weeks. I'll reach out to him today.
Ron Preston.
Yes.
Sponsors
From Lyons,
this.
Nebraska. He sponsors it.
Sponsors Aging Gracefully.
Thank you. We're trying to age gracefully, and I just had another one of those moments that you have at our age, Jake. You don't have them. I had one yesterday. A moment at Planet Fitness.
What happened?
The headline is: should you tire, you might use age to inspire.
Okay.
So
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm on the treadmill, and there's 4 treadmills in a row. And I think I'm giving it hell. You know,
are you running?
No, I'm on the No, I'm sorry, not the treadmill, the stair stepper.
Okay.
The stair stepper, big difference. I'm on the stair stepper, and I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm always on level 6 to 7.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll whip it up to 8.
Yeah.
That's high.
Not really, and apparently, because the lady next to me, who's got to be about my age, maybe a touch younger, she's cranking 11, and she's at 15 minutes. So I glance over. And I'm just like, what? I mean, I'm sure she didn't see me because she's into it. and she's looking up. I mean, she's looking up.
Like this, like in the ceiling. I mean, it looks very confusing.
Well,
to me.
I mean, part of the reason I like the stair steppers because you're up high.
Yes.
And I don't think she saw that I was looking at the level of 11. I kept looking. She's going to take it down. She never took it down. And now it did inspire me. Now, not only did it inspire me yesterday.
Whoa.
I thought about this last night. I will crank it up now for the rest of my life. I can't settle in that 6, 7, 8 range because I can go higher. If she can do that, I can do that. She's my age.
Nice.
It wasn't those there's the most embarrassing moments are when I'm on the stair stepper climber. You call it climber?
Yeah.
Stair climber. And there's some like 16-year-old on her phone,
But she's going fast.
12.
Level 12.
Yeah.
And
I'm
she's distracted.
And I'm battling at 6. Okay, and then you can always write that off as well. She's 16. I could have done that when I was 16. This woman she was about my age. And by the way, she got off the stairs climber and went down to the treadmill.
Ultra fitness here.
Yeah, she's in great shape, and I need to be better. That's what it taught me.
Did you comment on her fitness?
No, I didn't. She had headphones on, and no, you don't do that.
You should say you're looking pretty fit.
Do that.
Excuse me. You look very fit.
No, it was a rough moment.
Tripp tried to hug Jason Garrett at the Masters.
He did.
And then
roughing a dog trying to steal his wife.
Yeah, just things got awkward.
Garrett didn't like it,
and I'm kind of with Garrett on that one. I'm like,
if someone touches you,
like,
do I know you?
Yeah, if you're all of a sudden just
even if you did, I'd be kind of like, what is that really necessary?
Yeah,
like
you wouldn't think much of it, but if it was something, like
if I tap Jake today, you'd think,
what are you doing?
Okay, you don't need to touch my shoulder.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
stop it.
The one other one I got, and this kind of applies to me and Bill. Oh no, this applies to you too, Jake. Best to let lay your feats from back in the day. Nobody wants to hear about what you did in high school. Nobody does. When you start talking about it, it's ugly. Like, don't do it.
Well, I'm going to push back on that.
No.
I'm going to push back on it that the people do want to hear if it is a funny and humbling story.
Okay.
Like that.
That's not a feat, though.
Like Duke having to wash buses.
Graduation.
Oh no, I'm talking about athletic feats.
Oh no, and it's one of those.
That's what I'm talking about.
You wouldn't have believed what happened at the Scribner game. Yeah, exactly. It's 4th and 2, and I tell the coach I wave him off, and I call my number. Shut up. Oh, if anyone has,
that's what I mean.
Oh.
I should have said. I'm sorry. I should have.
I'm with you.
I should have said athletic. No one wants to hear about your athletic feats.
No,
it is a bad look when you start.
Your funny feats, sure, but athletic feats,
no one wants to hear it. Don't do it. That's aging gracefully. I'm helping you.
We have some response.
Yeah.
Patrick says you need to tell this lady she's inspiring you.
You should. Fitness. You should have told her.
Have you seen her before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't. She's had headphones in.
Ron says it sounds like peer pressure. Sip from the lady.
No, it was no. She was already on there. I got up a second, so there was no peer pressure.
Someone says, "Settle down, Sip. It's not worth the risk of injury. You go your own pace, man."
Ooh, I'm not going to hurt myself on the stair step.
I would be more just proud of her, and I'd stay at my same pace. I would just. I'd be.
My God,
I would be. I
but doesn't it make you wonder if I can't just test it a little bit more?
Maybe go up to like 8.
But maybe
8 or 9.
Maybe what you do.
12.
She's cranking 11.
I'm going to get back on that stair. I need to get back to the stair stepper world. But my deal would be I'd be like a 6, then go to 5 or 6, then go to 8 for a minute, 8.
Yes.
Then back down again.
Right.
Up, back down.
Okay. So full disclosure, what I do is start at 3, work to 4, work to 5, work to 6, work to 7, work to 8, and then stop. Then I looked over and she's at 11 for 15 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, and again, not an age thing.
Do you have anybody? Do you know when you see anybody from high school or whatever, and it's going, oh man, they're going to talk about themselves? I just avoid those people. I just avoid
that touchdown he had.
Yeah, I just avoid those
Fremont.
people. Yeah,
I 100% do know a couple on that. I don't. Yeah, don't do it.
That is aging gracefully. Hour 2 is next. An early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers, from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never come.
Saturday, April 25th, Memorial Stadium.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Kings of Leon and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at zachbryan.com. Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Cinco de Mayo will be here before you know it on May 5th, and Tipsy Tina's is the place to be. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 2 p.m. on May 5th for the Street Festival, featuring piñatas, giveaways, and more. Plus, see llamas from Sweet and Sassy Llama Farm from 5:30 to 7:30. DJ Joe Cruz will entertain starting at 7 p.m. with a spicy taco eating contest at 7:30. And the best part, as always, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Tuesday, May 5th, beginning at 2 p.m. at 8th and Q.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, Charlie Stone again, and Andy Goodyear with Honda of Lincoln will be joining me to talk about the Honda Spring event. Andy, I know this is a big event for you. Please tell us all about it.
I want to start out by thanking the Lincoln car buyers for an incredible year in 2025. It's just been announced that Honda of Lincoln is Nebraska's only Honda dealer to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2025.
Wow, that's great, Andy. How many times now have you earned that President's Award?
It's a total of 20 times now, Charlie. The Honda Spring event is truly a big event for us. We have incredible savings on every remaining 2025 and every new 2026. Special low rates, long-term financing, and special lease rates.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Fans, are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat to all the action. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and ice-cold drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the wall, so you'll never miss a play. Rally your crew, cheer on your team, and take advantage of game night specials every week. Stop in for a Nebraska basketball game with a party of 4 or more and receive a free pitcher of beer. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill, right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Pinnacle Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Friday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Pinnacle Bank. We have a special mortgage promotion going on right now for the Breakers. Now through June 30th, when you apply for a mortgage loan or a home refi and close with Chris Lauer, Adam Lenson, or Marlon Lyon at Pinnacle Bank, you get a golf package at Tatanka Golf Club in Northeast Nebraska. It's a round of golf for 4, cart rentals, and a one-night 2-room hotel stay at Ohia Casino on the premises, or $250 worth towards your closing costs. Please call Chris, Adam, or Marlon at 402-434-3105. Mention the code BREAKERS. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is something you could have done, Jake, while you're missing Scotland's birthday. You could have done
today. Could made up.
Yeah, today, because Jake will not be present for that. I just wonder that would be a time to meet with that team.
The
Just
team.
something to think about.
It is a team.
Yeah, because Jake will be
Could
free
happen today.
It is a team.
I'll probably drive by Tatanka course this weekend. There's a chance I'll drive by that to check it out. Will not be plain
and luscious.
It'll
there.
be very lush, and the aerial views are incredible.
What is the defining element? Why do you guys always say this?
There's hills and nice trees up there too.
Yes.
It's
Hills and
beautiful.
trees.
Yes, hills and trees.
Okay, it sounds. Is it a tree course?
It's a link style course, but there are trees in the premises. Yes.
Is it a tree course?
Well, there's links courses and there's country club courses. It's more of a links course, so it's a fair question to ask.
There's trees.
The trees aren't very often in play on the course.
That's what I was
There's a lot on the premises, but they're not really on the course. That makes any sense, like in the out of bounds area.
I prefer the country club style course.
That's your selection. I would agree with
Tree
that.
lined fairways
Yeah.
that you're saying there.
Yes, I would like
as
that.
opposed to the openness of a link style.
Yeah.
Like I don't think me and Bill could even play Firethorn. We'd just be in continual trouble.
You lose a lot of golf balls. I lose a lot of golf balls at Firethorn.
Yes.
That's not fun.
No, I don't see anything.
It's a beautiful course.
Also, there's been a little bit of development in my golf game. It's
what?
It's I guess awkward, very awkward. Swigert has borrowed his clubs back from me. And he had to have someone use them for an event.
You don't
Actually,
have
the person who used them was Luke Gifford.
Oh,
Luke Gifford, who for some reason has been in the NFL for 9 years and doesn't have his own set of clubs, which I don't understand either. But so we had to have a friend come over and pick him, and then I pick him up, and then I have not had those returned. So I don't have any clubs because Swigert has chosen
to take his
clubs back. And so they're no longer in the rotation.
That's peculiar.
Very peculiar that he would
dare he
to give those, like that. So I guess this is the new ritual. So now I got to drive back over to Swigert's house, get the code, the code for his garage,
or buy some clubs.
I'm going to stick with Swigert's clubs. That's what I do. But it's just been I don't know why he's making it so difficult.
There's peculiarities with these club things. Adam, my brother, has multiple sets of clubs, and I've sort of hinted like, I got extras. They don't give them up.
Oh no, they hold on to them like grim death.
What is that?
Yeah, it's like, well, I might need that 7-iron sometime. We have 6 of them.
Golfers are superstitious people. If they have access to several sets of clubs and one's not working, they will go to the other set.
That's probably
especially putters. Putters or drivers are oftentimes switched out because they have better luck with something else. Putter them more often than not.
Yes. So right now my golf game is hindered because
you don't even have clubs.
No, to have clubs because of Swigert's. I guess I don't want to worry about that. Just arrogance to keep his own clubs.
I am not being hard on you. I do. It does beg the question: do you ever think about buying clubs?
I do, and then I think about how much I play, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a very
twice
wise
a year
like that. So we will hopefully just shuttle Swiger's clubs back and forth.
Played Against Sports. Yes. Would you think about going in there?
Good spot.
That'd be a bad idea.
And
not
get
bad.
some used clubs. One time I bought Played Against Sports clubs for $400.
That's a pretty good deal, actually.
It wasn't a good idea.
Whoa, what happened?
Because they were terrible clubs. I mean, nothing against Played Against Sports.
Yeah, Kyle's a great guy.
I love Kyle. I love that place.
Yes, 48.
But it's not the right thing to do. For $400, you're not going to get decent clubs.
You get some decent clubs there.
They're bad irons. But anyway, nothing against
the reason I wanted
one bad one they ever had.
The one I wanted to use Swigers because Swigers
they're probably for kids.
Yeah.
Why are you hitting kids clubs?
But you didn't buy like left-handed clubs, did you, or anything like that?
No. Hey, by the way,
you think you bought kids clubs?
That's
your own fault.
Yeah.
Borderline. The one thing I'm hearing on the basketball front before we get into this football topic, I think Coleman Tyreek is down to Iowa and Nebraska.
Oh boy!
Oh no!
McCollum versus Hoiberg again,
as we sort of feared.
Illinois State guard.
Yeah, he's the guard.
Feared
Iowa, not fear. I mean, yeah, a little bit. What do you? Yeah,
I think one of the most interesting stories right now is that Burke and Fulgeris, have not been
Avaro
have not been
announced.
They have to have but that's been a while now. It's been a while. You would imagine that had been done. So what is going on there?
I don't know. Is it probably continued contract issues with the money? Agents are getting involved.
Yeah,
causing problems.
You can almost bet that with Burke, that
Turkish agent,
Turkish agent is still getting calls and he's working it. That's what,
I bet there's some people have been called on something like that. Well, we've got this number from Georgia Tech, and it's like, I don't think you do, because no one knows what they have, because no one's telling you. You have no idea what the true number is. So all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, we got this from that. No, you don't.
Burke, you would describe as marketable, though.
Marketable, yes,
because he's 6'10", and he's a baller.
You mentioned something that made me so happy. You said, "Hey, these big guys and their value, it's insane. How about that? What did we hear for 10 years? Don't even need big guys. Just get guards. We don't need big bodies." Michigan changed that whole thing. So did other teams, not just Michigan, but several teams are like big guys back to the basket.
Look at
back to the basket.
Look at 7'3" Mara just pounded it.
So you're seeing some back to the basket.
Just imagine this. Remember the conversation before like that. Is Zach Edey even going to try to play in the NBA? Well, imagine what would Edey make right now?
Oh God!
In college?
No, he's at $3 million.
Oh,
he make more than $3 million.
He $5 million plus.
Yeah,
Edey, he was the player of the year. Yeah, so $5 million.
He was back to the basket.
Yeah.
Mars back to the basket.
Oh,
by the way, stand basketball. Ron Carroll, my sister's husband, great dude. Huge Michigan fan, shot down any notion that this would be the best ever Michigan team. And he had a good, I mean, come on. He said Ron played the game. He's smart. And he said, no way. I mean, think about it. He said, just go player for player with the Fab Five in this team. Just go player for player. Start at point guard.
Right.
Godot versus, it would have been Rose.
Jalen Rose.
I mean, who you taking?
I like Jalen Rose.
Right.
Long NBA career.
Right.
Weber versus who?
Morez Johnson versus Weber.
Take Weber, but Johnson's awesome.
I know, but you don't
take
take
Weber.
Morez
You take-
Johnson
you
over
take Weber.
Then I guess, I mean, I don't know who the direct comparison is with Yaxel, Kenny King.
Jackson.
Could-
Wasn't it King Jackson?
Close, maybe. But he shot it down. Ron Smart.
A Michigan man.
That team, the Fab Five, didn't win it.
No.
So he just said pump the brakes on like this one of the best teams of all time. It's not even better than the Fab Five. So
This
and
is
it's
a
not.
Michigan guy saying that.
Oh yeah, he's a big.
Guy's
time
a fan of the program.
Oh, he loves them. I mean, he loves that team. But
And his last name is Carroll.
yeah,
Who's that remind you of? Big man.
Joe Barry.
Joe Barry Carroll. Oh, Golden State. Oh, beautiful.
Purdue.
What's that? Played at Purdue. Joe Barry Carroll.
What era was this? The 70s?
70s. It was amazing.
You don't remember Joe Barry?
You don't remember Joe
No,
Barry
I
Carroll?
don't remember Joe Barry Carroll.
Oh, he was a
Breakers, anybody out there know Joe Barry Carroll?
I think every breaker will know.
What's
Jake?
Jake, how long did he play for?
in the NBA?
Yes.
I bet he played 10, 12 years.
From when to when?
Yeah, come on.
Joe Barry. Connor?
Joe Barry Carroll, you've
No,
never heard of.
Connor says, yeah,
How
never
about when
heard
I
of
said
him.
it and Steve goes, you mean Joe Barry Carroll? Two of us knew it immediately. Oh, that was a thing of beauty.
You don't know Joe Barry? Yeah,
I don't. That
quick.
one does not. That one does not resonate with me. Must not have been elite.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would know what elite
He's
player.
a first round draft pick. I'll guarantee you that.
Well, a lot of first round draft picks have not. Okay, so it says absolutely JBC.
Yeah, I mean, Jake, that was a bad take by you. Really bad.
Did Joe Barry? Did he play with Alex English on the Nuggets at all by chance?
He was a
Somebody says.
7-footer. He was a 7-footer. Played for Purdue. I guess Jake wouldn't.
Ron says, "Of course I know Joe Barry Carroll." Come
76 to 80, Bill.
First,
4
Jake,
years.
Okay, Jake, hold on.
Hang on, time out.
This was the first overall pick.
First pick of the
Joe Barry
Yes,
Carroll. Was
overall.
never heard of him.
First
Number
overall
one.
pick.
Anybody 34 or younger knows
Yeah.
the name Joe Barry Carroll. Please
76
text
to
in.
80 is incredible.
And
Back me
Bill
up,
nailed
Breakers.
this
Yes.
playing career 11 years, 12 years actually, in the NBA. Nice.
Someone says, "Who the hell is Joe
Yeah.
Barry Carroll?" I'm 38 years old.
Well, he's
Never
the first
heard this
pick
guy.
overall is what he is.
Never heard of him.
Mark from Argyle, chime in. Yes.
First overall pick. I love going back in
It's-
time.
Never heard of him.
You ever noticed?
Yes.
Oh,
Never.
what's going on? Averaged 18 points a game as a center.
That's pretty good
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah.
Solid. Good
Yeah.
play. I've never heard of him.
Surprises.
amazing.
That frankly does surprise me.
Is he a Hall of Famer? No.
I don't know. He's a first overall pick. Though.
First overall pick.
Sorry, there's some holes in my
What
game.
about
apparently.
Duckworth? You ever heard of Duckworth?
What's his first name?
What's that? I'm drawing a blank. What is Duckworth's first name?
There's
He's
a-
not as big as Joe Barry
Yeah,
Carroll.
no, it's not. He's not Joe Barry Carroll.
Jeremy says never heard of him. Ben says I'm 50. I've never heard this guy before. Thomas Lincoln, no clue. Age 26 for him.
You
I feel
guys.
better now about this that I've never heard of him before.
Sorry, I took
Joe
us down
Barry.
that road.
That's fine. We like rabbit holes in the show.
Sorry, I took us down the Ron Carroll road.
Chad
It was
Texas, I'm
striking.
54. Never heard of him before. Joe, first overall pick. Didn't know who he was.
Loved him.
I wanted to stay on basketball a little bit because of the conversation about Fred.
Yes.
Kevin Duckworth, by the way. Kevin Duckworth.
I would have had that.
I mean, so you're concerned.
Well, I'm not sure how you couldn't be. I mean, you want this to you want to build on what happened last year. You want to see this team as a constant tournament team, one that you can contend in the Big Ten. The rest was second in a very good conference this year. Hard to ever expect that like on a year-to-year basis, but you want to know you can be a top half team and a tournament team. And the portal's still in the early phases in terms of, I guess, guys committing. But yeah, it's a sluggish, slow start, and people are a little bit concerned.
But we just established that Full Jarris and Burke have not committed anywhere. So maybe there's just somebody like that out there that Nebraska has that hasn't
Very possible.
just hasn't committed, right?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of names in the portal. And I think that the concern would be if they get this Caden Betts kid from Montana who averaged 3 points a game last year, then they're saying, okay, what are we going after right now? Are we striking out so badly we have to get, I'm trying to bash the guy before you see him play, but his accolades so far at Minnesota and Montana are not very impressive.
Okay, so but I did read some stuff that Robin wrote. Fred offered him out of he was from Pueblo, Colorado, high school player, and Fred was the first power conference coach to offer him out of high school. So there's a past. Now, yeah, he has not caught on at the college level at this point. He hasn't. But you're banking that he will, right? That's what you're banking.
That's a lot to bank on. It did not work out at Minnesota. He played 9 games before injury last year at Montana. He had 2 years of injury problems.
But does it make you feel better that there's this long history that Fred has?
No, that doesn't have that. No,
because he's been an injured player. It hasn't worked out.
Nothing to do with it. Like,
I can't.
Like all of a sudden, it's
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
End of the game. It's just like
the whole
end of the game. Fred's drawing a play up. He looks over at him and bets and goes,
"Yeah,
you know our history." Shut. What are you talking
short
about?
Time,
Remember
Pueblo.
Remember that home visit? Remember that
we
meatloaf?
talked about this.
This is our time. What are you talking about? This long history. He's never coached him. There's no long history.
I was not expecting that.
No, I mean,
I can't sell this to you.
No, you cannot sell this to me because it's a long history. If he plays fine, that's that. But it's not because of that. There's no history.
He averaged a lot of points in Pueblo, like 22.
That's
great.
A
lot of high school guys do that.
My point is that no, it's not just kind of like. What are you
I was not expecting that.
Pushback.
So you think that's one of the. It's like, man, this is really
that he sees something in him that hasn't been tapped yet.
That's okay. I could see him saying that. All I'm saying is it doesn't go back to this long history of
remember when I recruited you out of Pueblo. It's time.
I have to talk to Hoops about this.
This is so your moment.
This is your moment.
We need Hoops to tell us about Caden Betts.
Yeah.
Thomas,
Yeah.
come on
So
in.
I'm not
Thomas?
I'm not down on Betts. But this whole theory that
I got
there's this long history of
It's going to work out.
it's going to make the difference.
Oh, Hoops is here.
I don't see him over there. Anyways, well, it's not official, but Caden Betts.
Connor doesn't know who
Hoops is
Hoops
walking.
is.
He is walking in right now. Hoops
Caden
is-
Betts, and then you have this kid from Boston College who
both
Robin
captains.
believes could be a starter.
Well, he did have 12 points a game as a starter last year for Boston College.
6'11", can shoot it a little bit, has crafty footwork inside.
Betts, you think so? Betts comes in, averages 12-5, 6 rebounds,
Fred,
2
the
steals,
king
2
of
blocks.
Galesburg.
It's going to be how'd this happen? Yeah, that relationship.
Pueblo High School.
High school.
I don't know.
I went and watched him play AAU basketball in Vegas, and then
something that other people couldn't see.
I'm not going to history.
When we come back, Bill's Thrills Friday version is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Some people are looking to buy their very first home. Others are looking to build. And some are refinancing to make what they have work a little better. But the one thing they all need? A personal guide through the mortgage process. At Pinnacle Bank, our local lenders work closely with you to find the right kind of loan and the best rates possible. Because every path home deserves someone by your side. Find your lender today with Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cinco de Mayo will be here before you know it on May 5th, and Tipsy Tina's is the place to be. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 2 p.m. on May 5th for the Street Festival, featuring piñatas, giveaways, and more. Plus, see llamas from Sweet and Sassy Llama Farm from 5:30 to 7:30. DJ Joe Cruz will entertain starting at 7 p.m. with a spicy taco eating contest at 7:30. And the best part, as always, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Tuesday, May 5th, beginning at 2 p.m. at 8th and Q.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And wow, what a great spring it has been here. We've had record sales happening at Koppel. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is giving out employee pricing on select new models. Yes, you heard that right. Employee pricing is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. So please stop on in the store and see the team or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Some rebates to dealer.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln. Fans, are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat to all the action. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and ice-cold drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the wall, so you'll never miss a play. Rally your crew, cheer on your team, and take advantage of game night specials every week. Stop in for a Nebraska basketball game with a party of 4 or more and receive a free pitcher of beer. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill, right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies. It'll be windy with falling temperatures, a morning high near 71. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, continued breeze, a low around 35. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy, a little cooler, a high near 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
When you or someone you know has been seriously injured and you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will fight for the justice you deserve in court to get the very best possible outcome. Trust the compassionate and hardworking attorneys at Liberty Law Group when you need an attorney in Nebraska or Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a new way to put your skills to work? I am. For new options in the fintech industry.
Finance.
At Currency, a Sandhills Global company. They have full-time spots in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. Also, 4.5-day work week, attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today. Carson Schott.
Carson sent me a text the other day. I thought that was quite humorous with the fact that he ran all of Nebraska's finances and then caught a touchdown pass in practice, life complete. He thought that was hilarious. And it kind of is Think about that. Imagine having that conversation with your kids. I ran all finances. Now I also run Sandhills Global, and we have a event center, and I have the keys. Imagine you have the keys to the event center. Imagine taking the kids down there and just jacking around on like a Sunday night.
Massive building.
Let's go down there like that. Just
run around.
Bringing friends out there. I mean, they have rodeos inside.
God, you could
imagine that.
Yeah.
And Carson's walking around with that VIP badge, all access.
Keys
that with on the retractable. Remember the retractable keys? Oh man, those are a thing. Those are a thing of beauty.
We're not talking about like a fob.
No
Keys.
fob. Yeah, no fingerprint to get in.
Yeah.
Oh man, the janitorial system at a high school is incredible. Seeing that guy walk around with that set of keys, he could get into anything.
You hear from a mile away.
He'd have 40 keys on there, and he knew what everyone went to. Oh, it was a thing of beauty.
God, there's just so much to talk about.
Carson could pull off retractable keys.
He could.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a key
Maybe he
anymore,
is
really.
still.
I mean, there's really no
You know
such
that he's
thing
not?
as a key.
What? Say that again.
There's really no such thing as keys anymore. I mean, they're around a little bit, but not really. What do you have keys to?
You got a good point. I mean, I do start my truck with a key. I enter my house with a key. Some of these keys I don't even know.
Yeah, I know there's keys and you have no idea what they're to.
Ornamental at
This
point.
one's a Trix's side door. It doesn't work in one of the doors. I don't know.
I've had a few keys. Now I'm
I don't know
keyless.
what some of these keys are.
All right, we got to get to Bill's Thrills. We're low on time. All right, Bill's Thrills. We got to get to Ross Dellinger in time. Here we go.
All right, sorry.
Bill's Thrills.
Damn it.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
Is
This
it
gonna be a
bonanza? Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
As always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by your friends at Deinert Contracting.
Randy!
The king of remodels for your kitchen, bathroom, whole house, and more. Please call or text Randy at 402-417-5204. Deinert Contracting.
Appreciate that very much. Prepare for the boss. We got Ross. So I want to talk about today is just a prep period for people to text in and talk. We have Ross Dellinger on next. We probably have the most elite writer that's coming on.
do that.
And this gets a chance to have some questions come in and to prepare like that. And we might be able to get to them, we might not. But
I'll write them down.
The interesting part about this with Ross, you have to remember is like Steve has brought up, is that he is a factual reporter. There is no, he doesn't interject.
Pine.
It doesn't pine for his own agenda, right? He is basically, he's and guess where he's at? He always travels to events. So he is the boots on the ground. If there is any sort of a convention going on, any sort of committees getting together, anything that's happening, he goes to those events and he reports the facts. So he's talking to regularly Petiti. He's talking to all commissioners. Sankey. He's talking to, and he's
Yormar.
He knows everything about what's going on with finances, with NIL, with rules. I'd love to ask Ross also about just the Iowa beatdown because of the awfulness that they pulled with that football team
3 years ago.
3 years ago, and to get that kind of that penalty to take away wins.
He doesn't typically opine.
No, he does not. He is a straight factual reporter. So we are fortunate to have him on. When you're reading like me and Steve read, he's probably the number one facts reporter, and he stays in his lane. He stays in his lane, and he's in college. Anything that comes up at all, Jake?
Well, it's mostly the main thing, the 5-year deal, the 19-year-old 5 years of eligibility versus right at graduation from high school is the main question.
And I think the question I would ask him is the court challenge issue. Is that what would hold that back? Is that going to be challenged in court?
Here's the part that I don't understand.
Don't know.
Can you answer me this? So they said, like, hey, listen, we're going to do it when basically from age 19 or when graduating class happens for it's 5 years, what it is. And everybody's like, right away, there's pushback. Answer me this one. I don't get this. Why is there not pushback on high school? Why can you go out your first game, your senior year, and blow your knee in a football game, and you're the star basketball player and get it, and also in track? And why can I not reclassify to come back? No, you can't, because it's just, you know why? Because the NSAA just says, no, that's all you get. This are the years that you get. I don't understand that, because no one says one word about that. But what is college? college is supposed to be for what? The preparation for potential for your degree in life, and then preparation potentially to maybe be a professional athlete. That's fine. But why is this window of that you can't? Why can you not say that?
I don't know.
Why can you not say it in high school? I'd love to have someone challenge it right now and say, hold it. I'm going to come back for a year.
I almost wish you wouldn't have brought it up.
Because now you can have someone.
Here we go.
Someone says, well, now you're going to have a 20-year-old playing against this.
Right.
Well, guess what goes on?
Right.
18-year-olds playing college football against 23 or 24-year-olds. Happens all the time. No one says a word about that. It's just interesting.
It is interesting.
Why we cannot do it? High school? No. Why can't we stay longer in high school? Because that's the rule. Okay. Make the rule in high school. I mean, in college, everyone wants to fight you. Anything else, Jake?
Yeah, just more thoughts on Iowa and why I feel like Akron and Iowa are the targeted ones here the last couple of years.
Good question. Good.
Versus just not caring about Ole Miss, the situation that Dabo presented a few weeks, about a month or two ago.
Yeah, very interesting what it has at that. But it'd be interesting to have like when we have them on. And then the next thing, I think one thing that's going to come up, Steve, is what is breaking? What is new? What's out there that we're not even really talking about right now? What's the next big thing? What is the next big thing?
You can talk about the week 0 thing that was brought up yesterday from the Division I FBS Oversight Committee about wanting to have week 1 be the standard start for college football.
1 being the
start. Week 0 being the standard start. And presenting 2 bye weeks for all teams.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. Go ahead, Steve. I see your mind's clicking over there.
We can ask him about these eligibility challenges in courts too. Why they vary from court to court. It seems like I guess there's an Oklahoma linebacker,
Owen Heineke.
Yeah, just won a 5th season of eligibility in Cleveland County, Oklahoma District Court. The NCAA had denied his waiver request. It just feels like in the court systems. It varies.
Same with Trinidad Chambliss as well.
Yeah. So then why did that happen then that he did not get his?
I think it varies judge to judge is what
Chandler Morris.
Yeah.
Yes. That's another good solid question.
Ross Dellinger is a reporter.
He's from Baton Rouge.
He's a reporter, Jake. They're few and far between now.
Explain that to us. Because you say reporter right away. It's just kind of, I don't think we even know.
It became really gray in this world at some point where you seldom see someone who's a reporter and a reporter only and a columnist only. Like I guess I could personalize it. I got really frustrated during my career because the line grayed. I was doing a lot of reporting, but then you got to flip your mind and then, I got to opine about this too. It's not the way it should be. I'm old school and you should have they should be separate people. You shouldn't have your columnists also writing news stories. It's not the way to do it. It's not, but Ross is a rare case where he doesn't do it. And I don't think when he comes on radio shows, he gives a lot of strong opinion.
No, it's not like, this went through, but that was, I can't imagine why this happened. He'll just say, this is what's happened. This is where it's going to go. This is what's going to go. And I used to text him on stuff that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
He was on, he could tell me in a return text exactly what was said about that day and where he thinks it's going from what he hears and everything. So he's also one that I don't know if there's anybody else that if Ross Dellinger, if he texts Sankey, he wants to talk, Batiti, he wants to talk, whoever he texts, he gets him.
He'll get him.
He gets. He wants to talk to Garth. He gets.
Okay, now now this is a good conversation. Part of the reason he can get them. See, here's what happens. Okay, I'm going to get to the essence of why I don't like.
I love the word essence.
I'm going to get to the essence of why I don't like the combo columnist reporter, because as a columnist, you're going to write opinions that anger those people. Oh, now I got to call them and get their thoughts on this. Like a reporter, you didn't have to opine. You didn't have to anger anybody because you're just reporting.
So a reporter is going to be like, if the Big Ten and the SEC get together for a meeting, he just reports on, they got together in Orlando.
Yeah.
They met on this. This is what was discussed. They met two days in a row. But he doesn't.
He's not going to say like Sankey had an idiotic take at one point. He's not doing that.
I saw Sankey in the lobby. He was very ruffled.
Right.
You could tell he was not happy with his body language with what was going on.
You're not going to write anything that angers the the people you're dealing with. As a columnist, you are.
Now, when you were doing that with the Journal-Star, you were still very Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult is it for Ross Dellinger that's national? So he's writing about a lot of different things going on, and he's talking to people on the West Coast, East Coast, every place like that. Is that just like overwhelming?
Oh, I wonder about that a little bit. I don't think so, though. He's covering issues in college sports. He knows his lane. And he, I doubt it's overwhelming. I do wonder a little bit about that sometimes. He has to do a lot, and he's the guy everybody looks to. So
he's kind of like in a way, it's different as far as what they do. But he's kind of like Shefty.
Yeah.
As far as
as
far as not like I say that as far as if there's something breaking in information, he knows about it.
Yeah, but Ross has a different role a little bit because he's the explainer. Shefty doesn't get into writing long. I don't know. Schefter hardly writes at all.
Some, not as much anymore.
Yeah.
He does write some still,
but it's really quick.
Yes.
Now Ross goes very deep into subjects, very deep. I mean, Shefty doesn't. Shefty's a big hit guy. He's just
get the
big
news out.
hitters. Yeah, get the news out. Ross, his role, again, old school. He's explaining at a very high level. No, Shefty doesn't do that. Thamel doesn't do that anymore. Ross does. Ross has got a very unique job at this point. There's just not that many of them out there anymore.
We will talk to him in a few minutes. The headline one more time, Bill, for Bill's Thrills.
Oh, prepare for the boss. We have Ross.
Ross Dellinger next in the show. Before I get to that, though, it is time for the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topic is a Film Friday. You guys were 0-2. You're back to 2-2 in the week. Today is famous hyphenated surnames.
What?
Yes. Last names that are hyphenated here. Actors and actresses.
Oh, actors. Okay, it's not just anybody.
Like a Maurice Jones-Drew.
Okay.
That'd be a football comparison.
Surname.
Yes. So if you know your hyphenated surnames for actors and actresses, call us right
Would that
now.
be Joe Barry Carroll?
Is that a hyphen or not?
Not hyphenated.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Not hyphenated.
464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Bill in trivia. Today's topic on Film Friday: famous hyphenated surnames for
here we go.
actors and actresses. It's a very unique topic.
Yes.
Very specific. Got Tim. How do you feel about hyphenated surnames, actors and actresses?
I don't even understand what you just said, so not great.
I'm giving you an example.
I'm kind of with you on that. I don't think we really know either.
In the NFL, Maurice Jones-Drew had a hyphenated last name, Jones-Drew.
Hyphenated.
So we're going actors and actresses.
Not siphоnated.
No.
It's hyphenated.
Hyphenated. Okay.
Yes. Where are you calling from?
The dairy store.
The dairy store.
It's a great place to be. East Campus?
On East Campus, right?
That's right.
Oh.
Whoa. You run the dairy store?
Oh. I only in my dreams.
Oh.
I just support them.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean you support? You work there, though, right?
On East Campus, yes.
Yes,
got it. Do you have access to chocolate milk?
No.
Okay.
They don't sell chocolate milk there.
Just ice cream.
What?
Just ice cream.
Well, that's crazy. Thank you very much.
All right. Tim, first question to you. Bill, a lifeline for one question
ice cream.
for Sip. Tim, what famous hyphenated surname actress played the role of Elaine in Seinfeld?
Oh, Elaine Bennis.
Mm-hmm.
She's a crazy dancer.
What's her
I'm
actual
drawing
name?
a blank on her name, though. I don't have anything.
Okay.
You got it, Steve.
I want you to take this.
I don't quite.
Oh, it's something Dreyfus.
I don't think it's exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
something Dreyfus.
I don't. Yeah,
than that.
exactly. I don't know if I have the whole
It's
thing.
something Dreyfus.
Yes.
I got it now.
Oh well, you
No,
can't.
yeah, too late.
Yeah.
Can't do it now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay,
pass.
so it's
I don't.
Don't say, Tim. Tim,
He
stop.
passed. I heard it.
You can't get your own question back, Tim. You already passed.
Hey, I just want to stay safe.
Things are heated in
Okay.
the ice cream store.
He said the answer. You don't get it.
Yes.
The answer was, as Tim said, but it's not his correct answer. Julia Louise Dreyfus.
Oh, I would
0-0 tie.
Yeah. Oh,
Nobody gets points.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What is it again?
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
I don't think we would have got it.
Right.
What if we would have said Luis Dreyfus?
I would probably give that to you.
I
Yes.
didn't know Julia.
Okay. First question. It's heated in here. What famous hyphenated surname actress starred in the movies Chicago, Traffic, and The Mask of Zorro? This is a female with a hyphenated last name.
I saw these movies. I love
Chicago, Traffic, Mask of
Oh,
Zorro.
I got it.
You got it?
Zeta Jones.
Yep.
I had it. Catherine
Nice.
Zeta Jones
Yes.
is correct. 1-0.
God dang it, fired. The engine fired.
Yeah, things fired. Both of us.
Yeah, they fired. Zeta Jones.
Yes.
Tim, back to you for the tie. What famous hyphenated surname actress and singer starred in Grease alongside John Travolta?
Stop
Oh,
it.
for God's sake, Jake.
Jake, that's dumb.
Let's see if he gets it right.
Oh,
We got that.
Yeah.
This is Tim.
We all loved her in high school.
Oh, we did. Oh,
It's all the sugar and fat is going to my head.
oh, the good.
I got it.
Oh,
Olivia Newton-John.
There
Yeah.
you go.
it's fired. It's fired. Oh,
Got it.
Jake, talk about layup city.
All right.
John's coming across. the
John,
street.
John
Hey,
is,
listen, not all of us are 50 and 60
Yeah.
years old. Olivia, no.
Grade
Still tough.
school. It was grade school. We were in grade school actually when the Grease
all
came
right.
out.
Bill is in play for the win. Simple last question, 1-1 tie. What famous hyphenated surname actor, male, played in the movie, starred in the movies Gangs of New York, There Will Be Blood, and Lincoln?
Yeah. Dang. I'm not gonna.
Gangs of New York,
Ah.
There Will Be Blood, Lincoln.
Oh,
This
no,
is a
when you
male
say it.
with a hyphenated last name.
Bill. do you
Bill
have
is
any
in play.
thoughts?
I don't even know. These movies are just
I'll know when he says it. It's gonna be really.
mind blowing to me.
It's gonna be really frustrating when you say this guy's name.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
I'm not gonna do this.
2.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not
know.
gonna
I don't
do
know
it.
the.
I'm not gonna guess
1.
either.
Yeah, all right, horns.
Yeah, sorry, Jake.
Tim, you have a chance to win unless you want to go the tiebreaker.
No tiebreak for me today. It's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis is correct, and the winning week
How did I
has
not
gone
get
awry.
Dreyfus.
Julia
it's your show.
Louise
Yeah.
Dreyfus.
And I knew that.
Bill has watched every episode of Seinfeld several times, but
What's this guy's name on
this is
East Ham?
Tim.
Tim.
Congrats, Tim. You win bagels. Nice
Oh,
win
losing
today, Tim.
week.
Hey, can I say, Tim, you are one of the best contestants we've ever had.
Yeah, I went after Jake.
He did.
Yeah, got.
I went after him as well.
Yeah, went heated.
Thanks,
He's on-
Tim.
he's
All right,
on East
Tim's
Ham.
gone. Tim's gone.
I wonder if he ever goes over to the tractor testing area,
Yeah.
which is a great part of East Camp.
Do
Sorry,
you want to guess Julie Louise Dreyfus's age, Bill? Tiebreaker.
66.
Oh God, is she that old? I'm going to say 62.
She is 65 years old. 1 year
Good
off.
guess.
Missed by a year.
Jeez.
I believe Jerry and Kramer both in their 70s.
Yeah.
I don't think that Costanza's there yet. I think I think Jason Alexander is upper 60s like Elaine is, but
Thanks to Tim. Wow,
Tim's called.
spirited.
Yeah.
yes.
Spirited on
I
East
didn't
Campus.
have a dairy store that doesn't sell chocolate milk.
I'll have to ask
That
him.
doesn't
He
make
don't- He
sense
didn't
to me.
know. He's like, why would we sell milk?
Yeah.
He said basically.
You lost your
Ice
patience
cream
with me earlier. I was interested.
Mostly with him also.
You
He
did.
tried to guess. I said, you already passed, Tim. You
Right.
can't guess it again. Hour 3, Ross Dellinger next. Early break on the ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
I'm Dr. Jeremy Hosine, candidate for the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. Husker athletics has never been stronger. Let's champion the same mindset across our entire university: academics, research, and opportunity. As a neurosurgeon, former regent, and proud Husker, I'm running to stand up for NU's future because this matters to my family and yours. NU needs us, and we need NU. On May 12th, vote Dr. Jeremy Hosine for regent, for our students, for our future.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings this April, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. April's cream cheese flavor is Green Goddess. Pair it with a Cadbury latte, and don't forget their caramel chocolate croissants. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
The one and only Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena May 2nd and 3rd.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
To win in sports, adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Hi, I'm Ryan Buck, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you create a game plan for financial success. Call me at 402-483-0377. Again, 402-483-0377 to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Nebco and Anderson Ford. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Friday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Third hour sponsored by our friends at Nebco. Now hiring at Ready Mix Concrete. Check them out online at nebcoinc.com. Also, Hour 3 sponsored by Anderson Ford at 27th and I-80 and 33rd in Yankee Hill. Great day to test drive a car at either of those locations in North or South Lincoln. We are joined on the phone by a guest we have a couple times a year. Great, incredible reporter for college football. That is Ross Dellinger from Yahoo Sports. Ross, good morning. I have to ask you because the season's been over for a couple months, but it feels like news never stops in the offseason of college football. Do you feel the same way, Ross, in your position?
No, not at all. I've been really bored. Nothing to do. It's nonstop. It is, and it does keeps me busy. It keeps me with plenty of content in the off season.
Ross, Bill Busch, 93.7 The Ticket. Real quick, there's a show called Dragnet, way back in like the 60s and 70s. His name is Joe Friday, and his clutch line was always just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. You're the Joe Friday of reporting. You are you are the factual information that everything you cover. Steve Sipple, who we'll talk to here in a second, is the journalist of the year here in the state of Nebraska. and he talks about the reporting skills you have and how you handle the factual information and how you get the hands-on information. Just tell us about what that's like to be like boots on the ground. You travel everywhere, you're talking to everyone, but yet you're just reporting exactly what's going on.
Yeah, well, sometimes it can be difficult. I've always thought that a columnist and a reporter should be sort of two separate things. A lot of times in this day and age, I think with media, those two things are combined oftentimes, and it's not the way I operate. I think that you're better off as a reporter to be a reporter just focused on the facts and trying to get accuracy and balance in stories. And then if you're a columnist, then you can do that. And I kind of separate the two things. And so that's certainly helped. That's always through most of my career how I've approached it. But it is hard at times when you deal with so many different, especially now in such a divided time, not just in the world or in politics, but also in college sports. It's a very divided time. I think college sports is probably a microcosm of society in general. So it's divisive, and there are factions kind of warring against one another. And so I have to talk to all those factions. Sometimes I feel like Switzerland. So it's hard to balance relationships and to write in a way that is fair, accurate, balanced, and maintains relationships, which is getting more and more difficult as college sports gets more and more divided.
You do radio shows. Ross Dellinger joins us from Yahoo Sports. He's a reporter. But you come on these shows and I've heard you on other shows. Do you have to explain to people sometimes, I'll come on, but I'm not necessarily going to give real strong opinions for you.
Yeah. I don't really explain to them that as much as it just sort of happens, and they I used to be on the Paul Feinbaum show regularly, but Paul really likes a good scorching, hot take opinion.
Right.
And I think he learned after a while that that's not coming from me.
Right.
So it's still on there, but probably not as much as often. So everybody sort of, eventually you sort of understand that, you know, I'm not a columnist, and although I have a podcast and stuff and I give at times opinion, there's a fine line that I walk.
I just want to say one thing, guys, before you go on. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate we happen to share that opinion. I think there should be reporters and columnists, and they shouldn't bleed in. But I'm going to tell you something, Ross. We're dinosaurs. People's eyes glaze over when I say that to them, for whatever reason.
Yeah, it is. And it's just, and some of the mixing of the two, the reporter and the columnist, you know, is out of necessity because a lot of local, especially local newspaper outlets, but also plenty of national outlets have had a lot of cutbacks, right? And there's just not as many people. So you can't, you know, back in the old days, you might have had a crew of 3 or 4 reporters and a couple of columnists. And now instead of having 6 people on staff, you had 1 or 2. And so you kind of have to do more of it. So I understand from the local level, especially, that you kind of got to do both. I remember arriving to the Baton Rouge Advocate to cover LSU back in you know, 10 years ago now, or so, more than 10 years ago, 12 years ago. And I remember arriving, and they had just historically, their beat writer had also been a columnist and had done a column once a week. And I remember coming in and telling them, if you're going to hire me, that's going to have to change.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's interesting.
Well, damn. Joined by Ross Dellinger. Ross, you reported last week that the NCAA is exploring a policy that grants athletes 5 years of eligibility from the time of their 19th birthday or high school graduation. It seems like a no-brainer to us, but how long is this process going to take to potentially play out, Ross?
Well, the NCAA, although it's getting faster, it doesn't process things very quickly. And that's not necessarily the NCAA's fault as far as the people at NCAA headquarters. I mean, the NCAA is a membership organization, right? And it involves a lot of schools, right? Just in Division I, like 360 schools. So they all have to sort of agree, and things have to be socialized, and it just takes a long time because the organization is so big. And so in a normal circumstance, this kind of thing would have taken a year or more. They have expedited things recently, just the current environment's changing so rapidly that the NCAA has had to adjust, and Charlie Baker, I think, has been at the forefront of that, of being a little more nimble. And so this now, instead of taking a year, maybe even a year and a half, this should take about 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
Which is still a while, but not, by NCAA standards, that's extraordinarily quickly. So I would think that, and I'll give you the sort of the timeline of what happened after the Trinidad Chambliss lawsuit, after he won his extra year of eligibility, a case in which I'll remind you that the judge, a Mississippi judge who's graduated from Ole Miss, as he read the decision to grant Trinidad an extra year, began to weep emotionally about the decision. Judges are, like reporters, supposed to be impartial, but that he kind of let the emotions out. I think that was a pretty good sign of the NCAA and everybody in the country. This can't continue.
Thank you.
And so I think the NCAA, after that, is when I first heard about, within 2 weeks of that case ending, is when I first heard that the NCAA was working on this eligibility proposal to put more simplify the eligibility concept, put more of sort of a dividing line, get rid of the waiver system that's causing a lot of the lawsuits, including Trinidad's. And so it's been since late February, they've worked on it internally with their lawyers for about 6 to 8 weeks until they presented it this week to the D1 cabinet. And the cabinet pretty much gave it the thumbs up to continue work. And that means socializing it over the next month or so before another meeting where the cabinet probably will approve it formally. And then it would go to the D1 board probably in June to completely sign off on it. Now, there could be some bumps along the way. Certainly one of the big issues with this is the implementation of it and grandfathering in players, especially those players who are 4-year seniors who would get in the old eligibility rules wouldn't get a 5th season, but in the new eligibility rules, if this passes, would get a 5th season. What happens to those guys? Do they get a 5th season? Can they come back? So a lot of questions around that.
I wonder, Ross, did you reach out to any of your columnist friends and just let them know that the judge wept and just let them know that it might be worth a story? I can't comment on this, but after it happened, the judge from Ole Miss, a graduate, wept. Did you reach out to anyone?
That's pathetic.
We do have a columnist, and yeah, I think he was watching himself on video, so I'm sure he saw that. But that's a good sort of example of that the NCAA really needed to change, and not to say this new eligibility rule policy is going to completely eliminate all lawsuits. That'll never happen until college sports gets a congressional bill or until it collectively bargains. You're going to continue to have lawsuits over the NCAA and the conference's rules.
What is the likelihood of that, of those scenarios, collective bargaining or congressional involvement?
I live up here in D.C. and I spend a lot of time around lawmakers and their chief of staffs and lobbyists. And I'm here to tell you that Republicans and Democrats still don't agree. And even on some of the simplest things, like maybe some kind of narrow college sports bill, they don't agree. And the Republicans want a more NCAA friendly bill with a little more athlete restrictions, and they want maybe a narrow bill that just focused on a few things like limiting transfers or eligibility. But Democrats want a broad bill, and they want more athlete freedoms and less control from the NCAA and the conferences. So they're talking. I think a lot of this stuff you probably have read about, especially for me, is sort of a distraction, like the Trump executive order and the SCORE Act even, and all these presidential committees. Those are like, imagine them just in a bucket of distractions. And the one bucket that everybody should be focused on is Senate negotiations. Because any bill, to pass any bill through Congress, you have to get 60 votes from the Senate. And Maria Cantwell, a Democrat from Washington, and Ted Cruz, Texas Republican, have been talking quite a bit recently. Again, in the past, they haven't agreed on everything as it relates to college sports and other things, but they are talking. And so that's a positive, I think, for college athletics, but it's going to come from them, right? They've got to agree in the Senate in order to get something really moving, because the SCORE Act's not going to get through the Senate the way it's written. The Trump executive order is going to be legally challenged and likely fail. Even he said that. And so that's the focus is probably on the Senate. And I asked about collective bargaining. A lot of people want to push a button and do collective bargaining. A lot of ADs, a lot of coaches. It's just not that simple. Collective bargaining has to come from the athletes. They have to unionize. They have to deem themselves or be deemed employees. It gets really complicated. It's a years-long process, perhaps even a decade.
Oh, boy.
Ross, tell us what it's like. You talk to the elite. So you're dealing with Sankey, Petiti, everything. Tell us what it's like just in general when you reach out. I have a text, a message to someone, and now you're talking to the all the powers of college football, and especially the commissioners are so much talked about now. What is that like, having that relationship, and how do you handle that?
Yeah, well, it's sometimes getting them on the phone is difficult. They obviously have a lot going on, meetings within their own conference with athletic directors and coaches and their own staff. And then they have to juggle all these other things outside of their conference, right? Like congressional lobbying efforts and college football playoff meetings and decisions and all this stuff around rules and new NCAA rules. So it's a really busy time to be a commissioner. So it's not always easy to get them on the phone, but at least 3 of the 4, certainly I try to talk to, whether it's even text, weekly, and the other one I get, maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. So it's difficult, but you got to just always, keep working it. And if you're fair and balanced, they'll fair, balanced, and accurate. They'll call you back.
Yeah, because and that's the way it should be. Now, one confusing thing for fans that I talk to is they have trouble making the distinguishing between the CSC, the College Sports Commission, what they're doing, and the NCAA. Does that get confusing to people that you talk to?
Yeah, it does. It's kind of in the weeds, what the College Sports Commission exactly is. And I'll try to, in the simplest terms, after the House settlement was introduced where schools could directly share revenue, they needed something aside from the NCAA to police the sharing of that revenue, to police the cap, and to police these NIL deals. And the big goal was try to prevent over the cap sort of booster NIL deals to athletes. And so they created, the power conferences mainly, created the College Sports Commission to do all that. And what we've seen is, unfortunately, and it's not necessarily the fault of the CEO, Brian Seeley, but we've seen a failure of the College Sports Commission. And partly we've seen a failure because, big surprise, the schools want to try to get around the rules and get a competitive advantage. And that's just kind of like, that's a competitive market. That's what happens. And when the rules are against the law, which many believe these are, even though they're wrapped into this federal injunction, which is part of the settlement, many believe they are against the law, these rules, then schools are going to do it. And that's what we've seen, right? We've seen schools either not submitting NIL deals of their athletes, or athletes not submitting NIL deals, or we've seen submissions that go well beyond the cap. And obviously, there in Nebraska, there's a particular case going on where you have a specific situation where a multimedia rights company is sort of buying all the athletes' NIL rights and doing something called warehousing, which is using their rights at a later date for things like commercials and endorsements. And the CSC has a rule against that you can't do that. But again, I go back to what I said earlier. That rule, although again, it's kind of within this settlement that everybody agreed on, is probably against the law. So eventually that will find its way probably into a courtroom. And obviously Nebraska's on the way to doing arbitration, which I've heard continues to be delayed. They're well past the 45 days of when the arbitration was supposed to end. Again, it's just sort of a failure of the system in this delay that we're seeing. So we'll see if by the end of the month maybe they get a hearing.
Ross, you're from Louisiana. You're living in D.C. It's crawfish season. Can you get any crawfish in D.C.? This is the prime time, as you know, and just mayhem breaks out when you live in that state, which I was fortunate to do. And my first time I met Ross in person was there. Are you able to get any crawfish in D.C.?
Yeah, you are. You have to. I get it from a Louisiana company who FedExes it up through Natchitoches to Shreveport, Louisiana, to Memphis, and then a FedEx flight to me in D.C.
Nice.
So you can order crawfish. In fact, I'm doing one this weekend, and I did one last weekend. So we do a couple a year.
Good job.
That's incredible. People don't realize also the volume, because when you get a plate of crawfish, it looks like the massive amount of, by the time you get down to what you actually eat and what you throw away, when we have those crawfish balls for the team and all that, and people come in and they do this, the amount of pounds that they do. And like I said, it's just, they don't understand it's a season. And you're right now, you are in the prime season of that. And he's getting them FedExed up to DC. Thank you,
Ross. That is an incredible amount of information you gave us. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah.
But you clarified a lot in my mind.
Ross, one last thing.
There's a lot of information out there.
Yeah.
Ross, one last thing. We're fortunate to have tons of listeners. How can they track you? How can they? How can they listen to you? How can they read your information? How can they follow you on Twitter? Give us some information on you.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm on Twitter. I'm just my name, at Ross Dellinger, and then you can find most of my content on Yahoo Sports. Every week, every Thursday, I do a sports business column, a weekly sports business column at On3 as well. So you can follow me on a few places there.
Excellent.
Ross, always good stuff. Thank you for the time. We will chat with you
Killer.
soon.
Thank you.
Oh, that was a wow.
That was a wow. Thank you,
guys.
Ross.
See y'all.
Yes.
Ross Dellinger, Yahoo Sports, just a factory of information.
Well, I mean, what he has done is he's created a niche for himself in this world, and he is an expert on this stuff. The stuff that, well, frankly, we don't understand.
We don't understand it,
all
not
the
to that
legalities.
level.
And
now, how about the level when you just ask them a question, you go into great, okay, and there's 18 from Nebraska. They already have this suit going. He knew everything.
Yep.
The warehouse, he knew this.
He doesn't miss.
No, he knew everything. And it's like, then also, well, Ross, what's going on with the change of rules? What's going on with scheduling? What's going on with the playoffs? What he has to have in his head it's insane.
Well, he obviously works it hard. He understands the legalities. He understands the processes, how the processes go within the various organizations, most notably the NCAA. These are processes that a reporter has to understand, and he fully understands them. But he also understands the congressional side of it, and
he's very dialed into that side.
God dang, he was good. That was ridiculous.
Always prepared.
He's talking about who's talking to who. Like that. What centers? What's going on?
But also just that whole old school notion that I appreciate what he said. That
what it was a repeat of Steve Sipple, which was that, and he had no idea. He wasn't listening.
No,
he had no idea what we were saying, and he just nailed it. What Steve had said.
Columnist, reporter, different things.
They should be separate.
I wonder what it's like when he has to be like reporting and just bite his lip. Like, I would love to comment on this
it's not easy,
because that part that they just said is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
and you have to just.
It's not easy to do.
You
that.
just have to dragnet.
No, it's not easy to do that.
Yep.
We'll recap that more next. Dragnet.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Nepco and Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $197 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008753 at $199 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 10,252 at signing, no security deposit required, tax, title, and license fees expert, residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 4/30/26.
It seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
The Nebraska Lottery asks, what do you dream about?
Getting a new koozie.
A vacation in Kansas.
Replacing my old welcome mat. I think it's safe to say you all need to dream bigger. So play our new lotto game, Millionaire for Life. The top prize is $1 million a year for life, with a second prize of $100,000 a year for life. Tickets are $5 with drawings every day.
So if we win, we could even vacation in Oklahoma?
Now that's dreaming big.
Millionaire for Life top prize odds, 1 in 22 million.
I'm Dr. Jeremy Hosine, candidate for the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. Husker athletics has never been stronger. Let's champion the same mindset across our entire university, academics, research, and opportunity. As a neurosurgeon, former regent, and proud Husker, I'm running to stand up for NU's future because this matters to my family and yours. On May 12th, vote Dr. Jeremy Hosine for regent, for our students, for our future, and for Nebraska.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Every strong team needs a good game plan, and Nebraska's business community is no different. The Nebraska Chamber is helping businesses across our state grow, hire, and compete. We're working on real solutions that matter: more housing for our growing workforce, investment and infrastructure that grows our state, and higher paying jobs. It all adds up to a stronger Nebraska and a stronger future. Learn how you can get involved at nechamber.com.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Husker fans, bring the whole family to the Nebraska Market and Fan Fest. Join them April 25th from 11 to 1 right outside Bowlin Stadium for a fun family event before Husker softball takes on Iowa for the final home series of the season. Shop from local crafters with handmade Husker merch like artwork, jewelry, and wall hangings, plus enjoy kids' games, face painting, and so much more. To find more information and lock in your tickets, head to huskers.com today.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We like it when our listeners are at a job that they like and are excelling at.
Excel.
And we have a chance for you to have that type of job at Vision Mechanical. They're hiring for HVAC, service technicians, as well as journeyman plumbers.
Plumbing.
Top of the industry wages, 100% paid. Health, disability, and life insurance also paid. Holidays and vacation time. Be part of Lincoln's growth. Work on high-impact commercial projects that shape our community. Learn more at vision-mechanical.net.
Imagine that one coming home telling your wife, "Oh, well, it's paid vacation. Oh, at 401k, everything you possibly want."
Benefits
and you're working,
galore.
you're working for Ron Runyon.
Yeah, and if things get pressure at home, the wife's after you for working too much, you can use the line, "Honey, I'm shaping the community."
Yes, shaping the community.
Do you understand the ramifications? It's not a 40-hour-a-week job necessarily. I'm shaping the community.
Runyon's kind of the Ross Dellinger of HVAC.
Bill, I want to thank you for something.
You once called him the Hoiberg of HVAC. He's a lot of things.
Thank you for getting Ross on. That was Bill's orchestration.
I'm very fortunate that he's
Your
a
friend.
friend.
Yeah.
Because we met him. Obviously, he's from Baton Rouge.
Thank you.
So he'd be around the program a lot. And I didn't really realize at the time, how knowledgeable he was, but also like that, just all the in depth. So since that time, we just stayed in touch. And if I text Ross Dellinger at any time, he texts back unless in some meeting almost immediately. Now I don't bother him a lot, but I'll text him on certain things that I want to know what happened with this, and he'll lay it out. That's getting put on hold. That's going to go back. That's not going to go to.
He understands the machine.
We'll know July. I'll let you know on that. And it's just fun to have not just a speculation person that you hear just randomly talking.
To people.
Yes.
That doesn't know the facts. He clearly does. He understands not the machine, the machines. There's the machines of Congress, the court systems, the NCAA, the CSC. You got to understand all that stuff at a high level in his role. I don't. He does. It's clear he does. Even explaining the why the Republicans think one way, the Democrats think another way. That's a problem.
Yep.
Right when he said that, wasn't the first thing that caught you from that? It's like they have completely different visions, but we need help from Congress. And so right away, it's like we don't have any help.
Nope.
No, you don't. And then there's always that button that people try to press. Well, they just need a collective bargain.
Yeah.
Well, he explained it's very complicated. It might take 10 years to put that in place. That's great information.
You just push a button.
No, it's not. I hear that all the time from fellow sports writers. Well, he's got a collective bargain. Like you can just go buy some M&Ms.
Yeah.
Same thing. Go to the store, collective bargain.
No, you can't.
And no matter what, like he said, it is amazing how at odds, because he goes, it's just like everyday society. People are at odds in college sports. And think about it, you start talking about opinions and people start texting in on different things. It immediately someone is from the other side or a different direction or a different thought, which is what makes it great.
It does,
because it creates all that. If everyone was on the exact same page, not as good. It wouldn't be as interesting. It would not be as interesting.
It might get more might get done.
Yeah, but not as interesting though.
Not as interesting for sure, but more would get done. But when you have, I also think about this when it comes to how many phones does he have and when do you sleep? Because if something's happening on the West Coast and you're on the East Coast and it's like, okay, that just happened. That happened though at 3 a.m. When he wakes up, I mean, he's almost like being in the stock market.
The good news, though, in his job is it's pretty centralized. Like he covers college sports issues. He doesn't cover games. He doesn't have to cover a team. He doesn't. So it's, in a sense, it's manageable, I think. I do.
Bill had a good comment during the break that if we were in a car with Ross going to Sydney, Nebraska,
driving to Sydney,
we'd be afraid to talk because he's so much smarter than us.
I would be. Here's what it'd be.
I'd like to push back on that, but I can't.
It would be.
You chime in.
It would be this. Ross would be driving, holding court. Steve would be in the front seat because they would have all the things back and forth with in the media part.
Yeah.
Jake would occasionally talk about he played a golf course in this area, and then I would make random smart-ass comments about
past the Wild Horse right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Great golf course in Gothenburg.
That's what the conversation would be. And then all of a sudden, then me and Jake have to just sit and listen while these two columnists and reporters of the year have deep inside conversation.
Really, Ross did a great job today.
I really hope
one of the better interviews I've heard from him. Actually,
I really hope that you guys would just go back and forth about how much you hate columnists / reporters. They're two different things, man.
And you know what?
They're not the same.
If you talk to just the general, if I'm just saying, if you're talking to just my dad, well, he's a columnist, he's a reporter. What's the difference? They'd have no idea. I mean, honestly, these people kind of think that if someone was a reporter writing a human interest story, I would think nothing of it.
See, the problem you run into, like in a newspaper, in a lot of places, Ross has to report. Now, what if they also asked him, now we want you to opine on what you just reported? Yeah. It's not good. It used to get heated at the Journal-Star. Because I was I can be a pain. And I'd be like, okay, what do you want? What do you want me to be? Yeah. I'd say that to him. You want me to be?
Hold it.
Am I a reporter?
Did you palms up?
Am I a reporter today or am I a columnist? Ask Sean. Me and Sean's biggest fights are that. Sean, you want me to be a reporter or a columnist? Which is it? Well, what I've come to understand is I just got to do both. That's just the way it is.
You're a hybrid, apparently.
Yeah, but it's not ideal to do that. It's not what you want. Ross shared that sentiment. I appreciate
how much you'd love to ask this question. There's one of the commissioners that doesn't get back to him. Who is it? Well, that's not going to happen. He's not going to tell us that. But he made it very clear that all the commissioners get right back to him except for one. And it's every couple weeks, and he will at certain times. Because I would think they all would, because he's a factual guy. And everything he writes is fair because it's the truth.
Right.
He doesn't have any opinions.
It's unfortunately, even a reporter can anger people for various reasons. But
how do you anger someone that's just straight facts?
Just want answers, man. They pry too much prying.
Yeah.
I mean, like myself.
Past the surface
like
level.
myself, if I was a columnist, I was up in arms with the ACC and the SEC with the 8 games. That bothered me to death. I wanted 9 because I wanted better games.
You might take aim at the people who disagreed with you at the ACC level, and those people would come to say Busch is a jerk. He's a columnist. He's just a jerk. Because he has an opinion that's different.
He has an opinion that's different in mine. Yeah. Well, Ross doesn't have that. He probably has a little bit more likability,
right?
Because when you're a columnist, that's when you have to write opinions on a team.
God, people hate me. There are people who
they don't. I have talked to people and asked them, "Do you hate Sipple?" And they say no.
That online, but to your face, they'd like you, right?
They would trust me.
Sip has to depart.
Hey, listen, tell them where you're going and what you're going to get out today.
Well, I got to go to the online Husker online. And there's going to be an agenda item released, a Board of Regents agenda item on the stadium that we have to report on. So there you go.
Look for that. Minutes. That spillover is next. An early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage, adjust your sprinkler heads, and show you how to set your controller for effective sprinkling coverage. The Judson Irrigation team is here for you. Stay safe.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
When tacos and quesadillas join forces at Amigos, something seriously delicious happens. Quesadilla tacos. Crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, folded taco style, and stuffed with bold seasoned flavor. It's like your favorite quesadilla and taco teamed up for the ultimate spring fling. With Tex-Mex, chicken, supreme, or steak, Amigos has a quesadilla taco for everyone. So hurry in. This tasty collab is here for a limited time only. Get the ultimate flavor fusion with quesadilla tacos at Amigos. When the weather heats up, cool down with Amigos' new frosted lemonades and limeades. Icy, fruity, and oh so refreshing. Start with a zesty lemonade or limeade base. Then choose blue raz, cherry, or strawberry to create your personalized flavor mix. Amigos tops it all with a swirl of frosty vanilla ice cream. Whether you're soaking up the sun or just need a cool pick-me-up, these frosty delights are summer in a glass. Chill out with a frosted lemonade at Amigos.
In communities like ours, local relationships still matter. At Insight Partners, we believe we are better together. That's why insurance agencies across the Midwest have joined Insight Partners to better serve local customers and communities with all their insurance needs. From personal to commercial or specialty insurance, your local Insight Partners team is here to help protect what matters most. Insight Partners, better together. Learn more at myInspartners.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I recently joined Midwest Bank, I was immediately impressed by our exceptional service. My first customer made the switch from a large corporate bank and didn't have to wait in line or call a 1-800 number. We treated him like family. He now visits the bank just to say hello. While other banks go corporate, we stay Nebraska. Visit us at midwest.bank or drop by a branch today. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at 23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offer great pay, health, dental, and vision, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Where there's smoke, there's flavor, and there's plenty of it at the Smokehouse at Super Savor and Russ's Market. Award-winning old world recipes made in Lincoln since 1984 with many flavors of smoked sausage and brats to choose from. The Smokehouse has something special for every season: brats and sausages for the grill, beef sticks and beef jerky for snacking, and smoked salmon, smoked turkey, or smoked hams for your holiday feast. Stop by the Smokehouse at Super Savor and Russ's Market today to fulfill your search for real flavor.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love just had a moment happened during the break, which
Walk us
you
through
did
it.
not see this. It was great.
Connor was involved?
Yes, Connor met Laura for the first time.
My
And-
wife.
You're right. And she says, "Oh, you're Connor. I've heard a lot about you." And he had the most giddy smile I have ever seen. He's like, "You have? Really? You should." I wish he was, because he was like, he talks about me at the house. I mean, outside here, he talks about me.
We do, Connor. We
Oh,
do.
he was so happy.
Yeah.
It's like a kid at a candy store, just like
Connor from Crete. Yes, Connor from Crete.
Yeah. The fact that she brings it up, he's just like, wow. It was not like, it was not sarcastic. He was like, really? He talks about me?
Oh, I told Connor, I said, think of the people you're talking to. He just had a one-on-one conversation, just him and Ross Dellinger.
Not bad.
Yeah, he gets to talk to a lot of people.
Guy that's smarter than all of us combined, it feels
Yes.
like. Ross Dellinger.
Yes, and people, you should again follow him, and you'll enjoy his. You'll be up to speed with everything he's doing all the time in Yahoo Sports.
At Ross Dellinger, the D-E-L-L-E, Dellenger for Ross Dellinger. He's a very, very good follow. I know you'll be out of town, Bill, but we got a big series. Husker baseball's in town. USC, ranked unranked.
Okay, let me ask you this one. Text in breakers.
Yeah.
I can probably ask Swim this too. Since they lost the series to Oregon, does Nebraska have to sweep this to get the regional?
Probably so.
I think they have to sweep it.
I think they do.
2 out of 3 is good. I don't know if it's enough to get them the regional, because that Oregon loss, that hurt. because after the USC game, there's no way to improve there's no games, there's no series are going to help it.
No, you're right. If Nebraska sweeps, they've got a great chance still getting a regional. If they win 2 of 3, there's still a chance, but definitely not the same.
But still,
it's still. I mean, you could have a.
Don't get me wrong. If they win this series, I'm ecstatic.
There's a chance that Nebraska men's basketball and baseball both finish second in the conference. That's the hell of a year for those teams.
It
now,
is.
UCLA is not going to lose.
I haven't seen anything recently, but there was a while back I saw that UCLA had won like 27 games in a row.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
They're going to be, Nebraska beat them last year to win the Big Ten title, which was amazing. Ty Horn was amazing, awesome in that game. But they are a different level this year of good. But USC this weekend, you hope tomorrow the colder weather helps Nebraska out to slow those bats down for USC. But tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, 3-game series. Big opportunity for Will Bolt and Husker baseball. So,
thank you, Breakers.
Yes, we will. That's it for us. We'll see you guys on Monday. The Drive is next.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM.